You hold down the text and you select save.
That's like somebody asking me when I was 12, can you find anybody on Facebook and is it easy? I find it easy. I can find anything and anyone. Dude, I was one of those guys. Like, yo,
that's what I'm saying.
One in the chat, if you're like an internet person that can find anything on anyone at any given time. Two in the chat if you just not really like that. I'm a hard one. I'm that friend that when somebody needs to find something, like they reach out to me, okay? My best friend's like the same way. She like found her boyfriend's dad, all this crazy stuff. Look, we will find you.
And if you save the message, if you're communicating right now with Snapchat with one of your friends and they send you a snap, if you click on it and look and do nothing, that message will delete, right?
Sometimes.
Okay. But if you could manually save it, right? By putting your finger down and saving it.
Correct. Or if you change the settings to delete within 24 hours.
Okay.
Sometimes when you snap with Chandler, one or both of you would save the messages.
Correct.
And those messages are what we're looking at here, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Would you say Snapchat is your primary form of communication with Chandler?
One of them.
Okay. So, I'm going to display 516, and we'll start going through some things here in a second. But we left one photograph on just to prove that's you, right?
Correct.
Okay. And we'll redact the rest.
If you have a common first and last name, it gets difficult to find info. Listen, let me tell you something. You guys know when you get those random emails that are like, there's been a security breach. You should change your password or your information has been leaked. But nothing ever happens. There are people that can go online and purchase those lists and get all of your information. Like, it's really not that there's so many different ways that people can find all of your information. It's actually pretty unreal. And just because nobody's bought it yet and hasn't entered your password doesn't mean that your account's not compromised. People can find all of your shit online.
And for obvious reasons, we don't want everything coming out. But on July 1st of 2021 at 7:11, you get a message, right? From Chandler?
Correct.
What does it say?
How do you sleep?
And you say, I slept good. How did you sleep? And how does he respond?
I hardly slept.
Okay.
Is this the day of the murders? Hold on, I need to know. Chandler, guys, we need to be Chandler, Halverson, timeline. I think they were killed on the 6th of July. Okay, so events leading up to it. July 1st, this is the date. Oh, so July 1st is the day that Chandler told his parents he last saw his parents, told me to help pack. Let's see, when is the actual, he reported his parents missing on the 7th. But when was the actual murder complaint made? I'm walking away from the Wisconsin River. So I think he actually, I think he did it on the 1st. Wait, watch, somebody in chat already said it. Yo, Sandra, thanks so much for the 10 gifted. I appreciate that. Listen, any and all gifts accepted today, I will take them all. Appreciate you. I think it was the 4th. It seems like it might have been the 1st, guys. Let's see, though. We'll see. Let's see if we can figure it out from the text.
It gives you kind of a emoji face. You say, I'm sorry. Why? Can you read Chandler's message back to you after you say why?
I don't know. Stuff hasn't really been going well for me lately, so I'm trying to plan for the next thing to fuck me over.
Okay.
That's what he said. Lexi, you gotta watch this shit. It's wild, bro.
Chandler sends another message, and we'll try to get it in the right spot. And can you read that?
Yeah, I just had a great future planned and it's falling apart.
Dude, he says this, I think, okay, one in the chat, if you guys think that he's already killed his parents at this point, where he says, yeah, I had a great future planned and it's falling apart. 2 in the chat, if you don't think that it's happened yet. I could be wrong, but to me, it sounds like he did it, and now he's victimizing himself about what's going to happen next, even though he just did it. But listen, I react here, okay? I tried to Google it a little bit. We got a ballpark. Looks like he reported his parents missing on the 7th, but I'm not exactly sure what happened. Let's keep it going.
And you say, no, it's not. You're going to be okay. You're reassuring him, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You respond, you're going to go to Florida. You even said it's prob's just the brace.
The brace. Oh, it's probably just the brace. Because if you guys forgot, after he lied to his parents and told them that he was going to Florida, the next day he tripped and fell, and he hurt himself so badly that he could barely walk. His arm was broken. He had to wear a neck brace. He was slightly paralyzed, and now his dreams of going to this job were ruined. Well, that injury was all fake. So even Kat talking about the brace is just not real.
Probably just the brace, right?
Correct.
He says, thanks.
He sounds like Anthony.
You say, of course, I love you, and I'm here to keep your booty in check.
Correct.
Now we're up to 7:55 in the morning. Right after you say that, what does Chandler say back to you?
There's a bit of a glare.
Sure.
Thank you. Will you leave me even if it doesn't work? We're too bad, but you understand.
Dude, he's spiraling. He's spiraling. Thanks,
And he
Maddie.
says,
I won't stop trying.
No, let's make this clear. They were not in cahoots about anything. Kat genuinely did not know any of this stuff was a lie. She trusted Chandler and she believed him, and he spun an entire world of lies before murdering his parents.
you say, like, Florida would be so dope and, like, nice, but I'm not dating you for money. I love you tons.
Correct.
What does he say?
I love you a ton too. By the way, I'm not giving up. I'm just worried.
How long are they dating?
You
She's
say,
so supportive.
don't worry. Love, don't be worried, love. It'll work out.
Correct.
And he says, thank you, B.
Why do they keep calling each other
You
B?
say, of course.
Bestie.
Now we're up to 8:30. He says, I owe you a ton.
That's why they're calling each other B. They're calling each other besties.
Other than these messages, these Snapchat messages that morning, were you and Chandler communicating by phone or anything else around 7:30 into 8:30 in the morning
Oh,
on
B
July
short for
1st of
babe.
2021?
Okay.
That you remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
bestie.
Okay. Now that's a weekday, and I think you said you were working that day.
Correct.
About what time do you go to work?
$8:30 since I was working close.
And if you had to work at 8:30, is that what time you would leave or what time you'd get there?
I have to be clocked in by 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, she had a real job, bro.
What time would you have to leave where you're staying then to get to work by 8:30?
Around 8 o'clock, 8:10.
Okay. When you're at work, I think we all maybe send an occasional message or two, but are you frequently on your phone a lot at work or only when you just have a second?
When I have a minute,
Okay. Do you have a busy job?
I do.
Okay. At some point that day, you and Chandler switch back to texting as well.
I know, Frankie, that's what I was thinking too. Like, their conversations are like super, super shallow. She's like, you help me a ton. I love you a lot. Thanks, B. I'm so clingy. I'd be texting my boyfriend back like, the mic was hot. Is anyone else like that? I would be like, what? Do you even like me? Like, what? Why are you even here? Say more.
Man.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Shh.
Okay.
You good now? Okay, you good now. Have fun.
Correct.
Okay, I'm showing it to a marked in this case is exhibit number 515.
Exhibit number 5, more text messages. Load us up. Load them up.
Just look at the message. Can you tell me what date these messages are?
July 1st, 2021.
All right, and this appear to be a couple pages of text messages between you two?
Yes.
All right, I'll move
Sorry.
515 into evidence.
Any objection other than the standing objection?
No.
They are received. And they may be published.
All right, maybe try one more light on, Judge. Let's see if we can't get this.
Let's get one on light, Judge.
Don't think that.
It's worse than ever. Oh.
Oh, it's
No.
worse.
All
Okay.
right. Can you see that cat or no?
Correct, I can.
Okay.
Okay, read it to us, Kat.
I'm going to try on my end to fix things up a little bit. Starts with just you talking, and eventually there's a message from Chandler on the 1st at 1:02 p.m. And I'll move it down so it's out of the light. But can you tell me what that message says?
Sorry, forgot to tell you, but Mom did okay you hanging out with us all weekend.
Sorry, and I think I said Chandler. I meant you. Right. Did you send that message or did Chandler?
I did.
Okay. Your mom okayed you guys hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Was that at the farm and things like that?
Correct.
Chandler responds, awesome. And what do you say back to him?
Yeah, so convince your parents hard.
And that was at 1:03 on the 1st. What did you mean by that? Convince your parents hard?
Okay. Well, that
So convince his parents to let us hang out.
that is an uncomfortable text to have to read in the middle of a murder trial. And it's like so crazy because the defense will really try to fuck you here. Like, imagine the defense being like, "Yeah, she was in on it the whole time. Like, that's what she meant by this text message." You know what I mean? That's like stressful for her to even have to read.
Why would he need to convince his parents based on what you knew at the time? What was going on?
He wasn't able to hang out around that time.
And then at 1:03, just after that, Chandler sends you a message. What does that say?
I overheard that they might go to the cabin with their friends, but IDK.
I don't know if right now it's already happened.
So that was kind of following up on the possibility of the cabin from yesterday on the 30th. There it's kind of more conclusive.
Correct.
Okay.
He's already killed him. Okay, I believe that.
What time did you get off work? What time did you get off work, Jim?
So he literally murdered his parents, stayed up all night, and at 7 or 8 in the morning, he's like texting Kat, victimizing himself, talking, like asking her if she's gonna be with him forever.
Earlier. If you know what time did you get off that day?
5 o'clock.
People are crazy.
When you get home that day, do you remember what you did?
I don't remember.
Did you and Chandler FaceTime a lot?
Yes.
Kind of a weird question, but I have to ask. Did you sometimes FaceTime when you guys were showering?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes you take screenshots of Chandler.
Yes.
You took a lot of screenshots in your phone, didn't you?
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. What is it about the show?
517, is that one of those screenshots?
Yes.
Did you take that night,
I never like
sometime after you got home from work?
show was weenie, aren't it?
FaceTiming with Chandler?
Yes.
Okay, we'll move
Hold on.
517 into evidence.
Hold on, guys. They're admitting 570 in evidence. I need to screen
Any
this.
objection?
No objection.
It's not a new photograph, too. I'll note for the court.
Hey, dude, I would do that with my BF too. I mean, shit, I would too. I'd be predatory, bro. We talking about boyfriend like turn around, shorty. But we hate Chandler here.
No, he's hardly.
It's above the waist.
Oh, I understood. It is received and maybe.
I tell that man, do a spin, baby.
Kind of the FaceTime setup,
Hold on.
but that's Chandler over at the Halverson home.
Oh god, dude, it is like a picture of him in the shower, but like, hold on.
Could you read him look?
Okay. I needed to screen it real quick.
After you got home from work, while face.
Yes.
Dude, I'm not kidding. Y'all don't do that. I tell that man, do a spin. I'm trying to see that thing take flight. Okay. Stop. Okay. Everyone shut up. Stop.
Sometimes you take.
It's more evidence.
When you get home that day, do you remember what you did?
Guys,
I don't remember.
things had code.
June.
You know what? I feel like I earned that one because I almost feel like I made him laugh. Hold on, I'm trying to, dude, guys, I'm trying to figure out where we left off. Hold on, I overheard they might be going to the cat. I think it's about here. Okay, so basically the prosecutor said, did you guys screenshot photos of each other when you were in the shower?
Sometimes you take screenshots of Chandler.
Yes.
You took a lot of screenshots on your phone, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, I'm showing you it's been marked in this case as 517. Is that one of those screenshots?
Yes.
Dude, she like leaned away from that picture of Chandler. Oh my god.
FaceTime with Chandler?
Yes.
Okay, we'll move 517 into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
It's not a nude photograph, too, on the for court.
You sorry?
It's above the waist.
Oh, understood. It is received and maybe published.
And just briefly, that's kind of the FaceTime setup. That's
Okay.
Chandler.
Yeah, she's
And the
disgusting.
background, does that appear to be the shower at the Halderson home?
Yes.
Okay, they have a big shower
What's
in
on
the
there?
house.
Yes.
And it's Chandler looking into his phone and you snap the screenshot.
Pardon?
You snap that screenshot?
Yes.
Okay.
She didn't even know.
Did you have any plans to hang out with Chandler that night as far as you remember?
Not that night.
Okay. But you were communicating a lot?
Correct.
Later that night, at some point, Judge, if you could turn the lights on just briefly for the co-witness.
Okay.
There's some additional messages. Around 8:30 at night, Chandler sends you a couple of messages. Could you just, there's one with an emoji, but could you read out the two that have text?
I'm a baby. I need you.
Baby, I need you.
Yes.
Did you know what that was in reference to?
I don't recall.
Okay. And later there's discussion of him looking at your Snapchat location and wondering where you were.
Correct.
Okay. And I think I said 8, but it's in military time, so that would be 6:30 or so.
I'm like, where is this going?
Which exhibit were those in, counsel?
Sure. I was referencing exhibit 516.
Thank you.
After, so around 6:30 or so, when Chandler sends you the message, baby, I need
Wait, do you guys know? Was this on the how many days are in June? 30 days have, no? 30. 30. There are 30 days in June. Was this on June 30th? Before those text messages on the 1st?
Do you recall talking to him after that, verbally, on the phone?
Thank you, Chatters. It's 30 days.
I don't recall.
Now, we talked just, I think I mentioned something about Snapchat locations. Does another feature of Snapchat have anything to do with your location?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, is there a location feature on Snapchat with your friends that you can look at their location?
Yes, Mia, it's the Chandler Halderson case. We're watching a couple
You
different
can
things.
select certain friends to view your location, or anyone who's on your friends list can view it.
In your and Chandler's relationship, was that something you did with each other?
Correct.
All right, we got a lot of cat stuff. I'm ready because we still, dude, guys, we still have quite some time to see them rip Chandler a new butthole. Okay, let's investigate. Wait, I'll keep playing this for a second.
And was it reciprocal? Both of you did that?
Correct.
When this was going on during the relationship, was it your intention that anytime you'd open Snapchat, you'd, in theory, be able to see exactly where he was?
Correct.
And him the same for you?
Correct.
Were you aware at all of what Chandler's plans were the night of the first, when you were either FaceTiming while he was in the shower or any conversation? Did he talk at all about what he was doing that night?
I thought he would be taking care of the dog.
I'm looking for the other brother.
And he's gonna make dinner.
Did he mention, or do you recall if he said anything about where his parents were on that day?
He said they were doing a grocery pickup.
Okay.
May I have a break?
You may.
Yes, you
This is a
may.
good time to take a break.
Yes, you may, Kat.
I tried to do them every 90 minutes.
Yes, you
We're pretty
may.
close to-
Alright, I dude, I wanted to see this thing with the brother, but where did it go? We've seen some of his interrogation. I mean,
Detective.
no surprise, guys. He's an idiot. Let me leave this up while I'm looking for a little of the,
Going up there?
I believe through. Knew it, right?
Yeah, I suppose about.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
They are received.
Oh my god, it's a Tanner Hutchinson fucking phone call! How do I find all of these things? Okay. So next, let's listen to this little segment. It's coming from Detective Brian Shunk. I guess he took the phone call with Chandler, or maybe he analyzed a little bit. And there's some of his interrogation in here. If his interrogation isn't interesting, we'll cut it all out. But let's collect a little more information before we get to the closing statement.
Move to publish 114.
You may.
A little confused. I got two squads parked.
Okay, so Chandler Halderson shows up on the 7th of July, and basically, or I think it was the 8th, something like that, and reports his parents as missing, even though he was the person clearly in fault. After this, the police department starts to keep an eye on him, as he's the prime suspect, but they don't really want to let him know he's the prime suspect. So the call that we're about to listen to is when Chandler calls the police department being like, hey, any reason why these squad cars are outside my house? Should I be worried? Am I a suspect? And they basically gotta be like, no, Chandler, what are you talking about? Let's take a look.
You may.
Let's take a look. You're gonna put me on your TV? Hey girl, 2 hours down and another 10 to go.
I got
Sorry, I keep talking over it. We're 2 hours into the 12-hour stream, folks.
114.
You may.
a little confused. I got two squads parked right outside my house, and they're not really canvassing. They're just kind of sitting there. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I mean, they're in the area doing canvassing, and they're also probably doing a shift change right now, getting our second shift crew on around 3:30.
Oh, there's four now.
Yeah, Chandler.
Something going on that we need to know.
Well, they're probably doing reports, they're probably doing shift change. You know, they've been going around trying to get a hold of neighbors, so I'm wondering if they're
No, he's so
in the
worried.
area trying to catch people now that they're coming home from work. I'm not sure, I haven't talked to any of them in just a little while.
Alright, any news? My brother, I haven't heard from him.
No, as far as I know, they're still on their way up north, a couple-hour drive, so he's probably halfway into it, right?
Yo, Balak, thanks for the 5 gifted. Lots of gifters today. Appreciate you guys. Damn, I have to do some more 12-hour stream. I was kidding.
Yeah, I suppose about.
Yeah. Any news on your end at all? Have you gotten any phone calls, text messages?
Gotten any messages other than from concerned parents? I can't
Yeah, because they're worried about you.
hold on the nail.
They are a parent and you are their demographic.
Okay.
Is that normal? Are you guys getting it at least?
No, we don't put a hold on people's mail. I've never heard of that happening before.
There's a hold on my mail. There's a ticket in there. All mail held at the station is what it says.
Okay. Yeah, nothing done by us, that's for sure.
Because I'm ready to do my medical bills.
Yeah.
Isn't it
No, we
okay?
wouldn't put a hold on people's mail, and typically only the people that live at the address can do that. Did your parents put a hold on the mail? Does it say who put the hold on the mail?
I can go check, I suppose.
Okay.
Do you know of anything?
Dude, Chandler is such a weenie.
I don't know. It's kind of stressful. Sorry, so there's nothing new going on?
Not that I'm aware of.
And like that level of entitlement that he thinks that like they're just gonna share all of the information with him. You know, he knows he knows he did it. He knows he did it. And it's like he just takes that piece out of his mind and it's like, well, maybe the cops will tell me what's going on because they were my parents. But I don't understand. I don't get it. I hate it.
Yeah. Who's there? Are you at home still right now, obviously? Because you're saying they're outside. Who's there with you?
Yeah, no, not they're not with me. They're just 4 squads just parked outside.
Okay. Who was just talking in the background, Kat?
Yeah, Cat's over with me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Oh.
Kat believed he didn't
Give you a
kill his
call or
parents.
Message you,
Wait.
I guess, depending.
We need to go back to that day. Kat has more information. Sorry guys, this is a whole ass storyline. We need to watch the Catherine Melder part 2 because I didn't know that she was over there after the police started coming to his fucking house, bro. Okay, let's play a little bit more of this.
And what time are you planning on going to dinner?
I'm not sure, but
Okay.
pretty soon here.
Is it cool to call you?
Something here for, what was that?
Is it cool to call you when you're at dinner? Okay.
Anytime.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
keep me
call me
posted if I
anytime.
hear anything. I mean, obviously with the mail, that has nothing to do with us at all. I've never heard of a detective or law enforcement agency holding somebody's mail. You know, and then as far as everybody in the area, you know, you kind of had to figure we were going to be in the area all day today.
Yeah, I was just wondering why there were 4 cars instead of canvassing.
Yeah.
Any news about that blue house?
Oh, he's gonna try to misdirect. Oh, he wants info
Those are the
on that.
big cameras. Is that the one across the street?
Yeah, across the street, kind of in the corner. It's a newer house.
I haven't talked to.
Stop by the house.
Yeah, I have a detective that's getting footage from the area. I don't know exactly which houses he's gotten video from that. But yeah,
Sounds
there's.
like they downloaded all of it and already have it at IT.
Oh, okay. So he's probably reviewing it now.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes time to go through those things. You figure you can only fast forward so much.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give you a holler if anything pops up.
Dude, after this, do you guys want to watch I Survived? I'm just, this is fun now. Just because we can do whatever we want today. We still have about another hour and a half of Chandler Halverson. Maybe that's what we'll do next.
You know, and I'll give a call around and just kind of get a briefing from people up in the area.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay. Thanks, Chandler.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, baby, get to that 10.
A couple of questions. Solve one thing right away. This issue with the mail, what was that about?
Chandler told me that he received a ticket in the mailbox that the mail was being held.
And did you later learn that that actually was true?
I did, yeah. Law enforcement does not have the ability to hold somebody's mail, so I didn't know exactly what was going on there. Throughout the investigation, we did learn that the Windsor post office had heard of the missing people, Bart and Krista Helderson, and put a hold on the mail.
Oh,
At that point,
oh my God!
it had nothing to do with us.
Oh my God! That's actually really, it's not funny. But that's like, he thought it was the police, but it was it was the U.S. Postal Service that was basically like, oh, they're missing. Well, let's hold on to all their, you never know if there's checks or, people could just be breaking into their mailbox. That's so nice. I'll suck your toes if you gift me a sub. Ashlyn, I have to ban you for 10 minutes. You cannot come into my channel and then offer sexual favors in exchange for a subscription to the channel. That you can't do that. You can't. Goodbye. Now, you want to just come in here and be respectful, crack a few jokes like everybody else. You can't be in here sucking nobody's toes. $5, you cannot do that. I want you to be your best self.
There were parts of that conversation where Mr. Halverson asked about increased police presence or whether something new.
I'm gently blowing your ear for stuff. That's sexual too. No sexual favors today, okay? Not today. We're just trying to watch the stream and hold hands. People been gifted subs anyways. So if you just sit there and you wait patiently, you ain't gotta suck nobody's toes. I don't know why people be coming out the gate like this, just ready to suck on some toes. Just chill. Respectfully. Thank you. I don't even think you want the sub. I think you just woke up this morning like, ready. Okay, can we watch the pigs? I'm making myself laugh today. Oh man, okay. I don't know who runs Bo's Hub, but they're eating today, bro.
Happened in the case. At that point, something new had happened in the case, right?
Correct.
Why did you not tell him that, and why did you answer the questions in the way you did?
So at that point, keep in mind, we had just received the information that a torso was located in the area that Chandler was at the
Jesus.
farm. So in the command post, we were trying to arrange a lot of different things. A lot's going on. We're trying to, control that crime scene out there. We're trying to get our crime scene investigators back to the area. I'm trying to get detectives out in the area of the Oak Springs home.
Okay. No, take me to the interrogation. I skip around so much, but it's for your own good. Yo, Argo, thank you for that big spinach. Appreciate y'all. Look at me. Look at me. You don't need Adderall when you're here. I'll keep your attention. We'll just keep skipping around until I'm interested. And also, it is a murder trial. I'm not saying parts of this are not interesting. It's just very, very long. So we're trying to get to the things where we're going to get the most information, okay? Alright, let's check out a little bit of his interrogation. This guy is like one of the most lackluster people I've just ever encountered in my whole life.
A little bit about your parents going missing, right, Krista and Bart? Before we get started, just because you're up here, okay, so I'm just going to read you your constitutional rights, okay, so it's a Dane County issued card that they give us, so I'll just read them to you right off the card, okay?
Weirdo.
To remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning and to have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at public expense before or during any questioning, if you so wish. Yes. July 7th, to ask for the public expense before or during any questioning, if you so wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning and remain silent at any time you wish, and the right to ask for and have a lawyer at any time you wish, including during the questioning. Okay. So then the only two questions I asked were, do you understand?
Yeah, I understand, and I am willing to make a statement.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Are you gonna tell the truth?
Like we already said, I talked to you yesterday. So today is July 8th. It's about 5:11 now. We started talking at 5:08. So yesterday, July 7th, I came to your house where you live with your parents, Bart and Krista Helderson. And the reason I was there is you had gone to the Windsor Police Department and reported them missing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't go to the department. I went to the office break room.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter.
In the same building.
Yeah, I think it's been extended to City Hall.
Your parents were missing, so you went to the break room? You walked into the break room at the police department and said, "Excuse me, officer, can you please help me find my parents? They've been missing for a couple days after you finished eating your lunch." Is that what he did? He went into the break room?
Okay. But nonetheless, a deputy came and spoke to you. Okay. So you're
No, I want to see
you
that.
got some information from me yesterday. We've been following leads last night, working today to, go through different things, just trying to locate them, right? So I guess if you want to start with, let's just go back to last Wednesday.
was with my dad.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Somebody said that he made a statement. Okay, guys, I'm gonna skip the interrogation footage because honestly, we've seen some of it in that chapter, and Mike didn't pull out that much. So I'm just gonna like this man is the most like wet napkin like thing I've ever like. He just. His text messages to Kat were bland. His lies were bland. Like, if you're gonna lie this much, like, make yourself fucking cool or something. And then his interrogation is just so... I don't know. I need some justice. That is what is required of me. Okay. I think in the other sections of evidence with detective testimony... Okay, so we are skipping... Okay, guys. Chat. I'm gonna play some lo-fi and run an ad really quick. I gotta just scrub these for blood real quick. Just doing a little blood scrub, and then we're gonna watch these closing statements because there is a picture somewhere online of Bart Halderson's torso. So we need to. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna run an ad really quick. Go get your blankets and snacks, okay? Then we're gonna finish this in just a minute. 2.5 hours down for a 12-hour stream. Application available. Clean the floor. Came back in the search warrant for his Google account. We also know at 7:49 p.m. he's in the shower FaceTiming his girlfriend. After he did it. He then departs at 8:16 that night for Quick Trip. We see him there at the Quick Trip. There's the Volvo. There he is. He buys 20 pounds of ice. He arrives back home at 8:29 p.m. Then we know that somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30, the neighbor, Steve Greiber, smells a weird burning. Attempts to burn his parents' body, he describes like pig roast. And you heard testimony from Fire Inspector Bill Boswell that unfortunately in his line of work he's come across many burned bodies, human bodies, and that they do in fact smell like a pig roast. Moving on to Friday.
fireplace, July 2nd. We know throughout that night, and I'm not reshowing this video, but there's hours of this video. We know that we see burning in the fireplace and the garage light go on and off.
Oh my god.
All throughout the night. There is almost 3 a.m. until at one point it kind of crescendos and dies down. We also know, looking at the living room of the Halverson home, that right there by the fireplace is a measuring tape. This was to measure the parts of the body to see if they were small enough to fit into the fireplace. And a fan, add oxygen to that fire, make it burn a little bit hotter.
They tried to burn his parents in the fireplace of the home that they purchased.
We know that it burned hot enough that it damaged the fireplace. The door shattered, and the paint is visibly peeling and bubbling.
Yeah, it was a body bag.
But there's blood evidence. Evidence of cleanup from the luminol photos, as well as droplets of blood.
Dude, one in the chat if you would have just found a job. I mean, like, seriously. I mean, sometimes look at these cases and look at these people, and I know some of you guys beat yourself up a lot all the time. If you're not this big of a piece of shit, come on, dude. Come on. If you would have just gotten up and got a job, you are not half as much of a piece of shit as this guy. Please be nice to yourself, okay? Jesus.
You know that blood test, that those stains test positive for blood, and that they test positive for Bart and Krista's DNA. There is also some DNA from Chandler. He did cut his foot. We're not disputing that. But he cut his foot in the process of dismembering and blowing and burning his parents, not from playing ball with the dogs. More blood. That's also dad. And of course, on top of this fireplace that then is made to look all pristine with papers that date to June 23rd, not in the winter, from when the blast actually had a real fire, but from June 23rd, was a piece of skull. And so Dr. Christina Figueroa gets involved in this case. And she finds bones. She finds lots of bones. They go into this ash trap. I've never even heard of an ash trap before. Clearly neither have Mr. Halverson. But they find a total of 230 bone fragments. She's able to say 106 of them were substantial enough that she's able to say what they were. That they were human and what parts of the body they were from. 53 from the skull or cranium. 18 from the hands.
Sorry, hold on, I missed that. I see you guys popping off right now. Someone's texting about this movie thing. One second.
And so Dr. Christina Figueroa gets involved in this case. And she finds bones. She finds lots of bones. They go into this ash trap. I've never even heard of an ash trap before. Clearly neither have Mr. Halverson.
Oh my god.
But they find a total of 230 bone fragments. She's able to say 106 of them were substantial enough that she's able to say what they were. That they were human and what parts of the body they were from. 53 from the skull or cranium. 18 from the hands.
No, this is prosecution dinosaur.
2. Wow. 8 vertebrae.
It's crazy how much they had to do to incriminate Chandler here, but if any of us were on the jury and we saw that in the fireplace there was 106 identified human body parts and 124 unidentified bone fragments, and they suspected that the person had tried to burn heads alive in the fireplace, this is enough information for me. This is enough. The amount of evidence against Chandler Halverson is, like, despicable. Cut the trial in half and put him away, dude.
3 long bones, either from arms or legs.
God,
There's also evidence in the garage.
How is it a business garage?
Blood staining on shoes. That blood staining tests positive for both Bart and Krista and is identified as blood, not just touch DNA. More staining on the shoes. The shoes, they test the inside of the shoes as well to see whose shoes these belong to. They're Chandler's. They're his size 10 and a half. Oh, and he's wearing. Those are the shoes he wore. In the garage, there's an axe found.
With blood on it. That is blood.
It's positive for human blood.
It's all over the handle, dude.
It's positive for human blood on the head.
Oh my god.
And the axe is both Bart and Krista's DNA. On the hilt is both Bart and Krista's DNA. And look at those numbers.
Bart Huddleston's DNA is. I don't even. Hold on. Okay, this would be 1,000. This would be 100,000. This would be 1,000,000. This would be 1,000,000,000. This would be 1,000,000,000,000. Is there a centillion? Is there a? I don't understand. What is this number? Quadrillion? Quadrillion. It's one. What's about quadrillion? What is it? Dude. So there is a quadrillion chance that this is Bart Alderson's DNA. I'm gonna throw up. And man, it sucks. It sucks that in court cases like this, we can't say definitively, yes, this is their blood. No, this is their blood. We have to say that it was a quintillion, 90% chance. A quintillion. It's his blood. I don't even know. God, okay. Alright.
A quadrillion times more likely to be those two than an unknown person. That's 1,000 times the world's population. And on the handle, Bart and Krista's DNA is found. We know at 7:02 a.m. that morning, that's a Friday morning of a holiday weekend, okay? July 3rd, Friday morning, a 23-year-old at 7:02 a.m. gets up, drives to Fleet Farm. Again, wearing no shoes. He buys a tarp. There's that tarp, 6x8. That tarp is later found in a trash bin at the Irwin Road property out in the woods.
I think that's the tarp with the body.
Turns out at 7:31. And we see the following, throughout the day, we see the following text messages between him and his girlfriend.
What do you say?
We're set for this. We just need ice. And now hydrogen peroxide because they stepped on glass. Later there's more talk, whether she will come or not. But if your mom has an extra bottle, that'd be great. And a Swiffer wet jet.
It sounds like you just killed somebody. Can you get me ice, hydrogen peroxide, and a Swiffer? It sounds like you just murdered somebody.
Okay, I do kind of think there's more talk about whether or not Cat will be there and what time. And Chandler responds, okay, I do kind of need the Swiffer and the peroxide and stuff. Oh, and remember ice? Didn't he just buy 20?
If he made Cat bring the murder cleanup supplies, I'm gonna cry for this girl. I'm like, because you guys saw her testimony, she would have no idea. She had no, like, she'd been dating this guy for 2 years, and he was a rescue diver. He worked for an insurance company. How could, there's no way that this could be that. Dude, please don't tell me that he died bringing stuff, bro.
20 pounds of ice less than 12 hours earlier.
Please tell me who she
But he needs more ice. What does he need that ice for? Well, the fireplace broke. You know there's a freezer. He bought lots of ice. And that freezer tested positive for human blood. Parts of his mom and his dad were put in that freezer. We know that night on the 2nd, one of Krista's coworkers, Daniel Croninger, came to the house. He had heard that day that Krista called in no shirt for work, and that is not the Krista he knew. She had worked there for never done that before, just not the type of person she was. I mean, of course, I never met her, but she seems a little type A. Like, she liked things to be in order and liked things to be a certain way and was responsible. So he comes over, And Chandler begins to tell the tale of, yeah, they went up to the cabin, they left this morning with some mystery couple. You know, she probably just forgot to take off. Even though our boss testified that she would often take off a year in advance and get the dates right, and had dates planned out in the future. But Daniel seems to be somewhat satisfied with that. Here's the problem. Krista's phone is responding to towers in her house.
The call is coming from inside the house.
There are cameras on every side of that house. We know when Krista went in, and we never see her leave. This is not a whodunit, folks. That house is surrounded by cameras. We know who came and left.
We're still in Chandler House, and it's a long run.
And we know that her phone was found in a shoe, hidden under a shelf, behind other shoes, wrapped in tinfoil, wrapped in a paper towel.
Look at this sweet, innocent woman. Look at this sweet baby. This sweet baby woman. This is the woman that was texting him and saying, okay, I'll get the soda, smiley face. Just look at you, smiley face. This is her. This is her.
Dan leaves about 10 minutes later after talking with Chandler. And Kat arrives and spends the night. And they spend the night on this couch fort. You probably thought, why are they putting in evidence about that? Who cares where they slept? This is why it's important. A normal bed, a queen size, is about 5 feet wide. Two people can sleep there really comfortably and, for the most part, not disturb one another unless you're a rather light sleeper. But Chandler has a problem. He's body parts in the basement of his home in the freezer.
Oh my God.
It's hungry for some ice cream and goes in there like she had before. She needs to be able to control her that night. She needs to be able to know if she wakes up and where she goes if she does. So he builds this, a thing that has walls where you really can't get in and out of it gracefully. It's his way to know where she's at. I'm not sure if his girlfriend realizes how lucky she actually is.
Dude. Damn.
July
I'm
1st,
so
2021.
fucked.
Kat leaves at 6:55 a.m. She has a job. And we know at 7:47 a.m. Chandler is once again up and leaving the house, heading for Roxbury. How do we know that he's headed for Roxbury? His Snapchat shows him there. Kat kind of keeps track of Chandler's location, and they snap each other all the time. She finds him there. His phone also puts him there. And he's quite close to where the remains were found.
Jesus Christ.
We also know that is an area he frequented.
Nobody wants to see this.
About a year before, standing
Dude,
there
this guy.
in that white tent.
You know what? Honestly, the real information is in his Discord logs. Let's be real. The real inner workings of like Chandler, Calder, Secret Team, Chaz, Razzle Travel Dazzle. The inner workings of that man are all over his Discord messages, for real. And I don't even think the police know yet to start looking at that shit. Like, they're still, bro, they're still out here checking through the phones. Pop open his computer and let's look at the Discord messages.
That's where they found Mom's legs. Dr. Wadowska is talking about his legs. And there's only certain things she can tell us from the limited amount of human body remaining that she was able to do an autopsy of. She can say that Krista Halverson was dismembered post-mortem, so after death. She also, looking at the totality of the circumstances, puts the cause of death as homicidal violence. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you if Krista was shot, strangled,
Wow.
just something else.
Wow. You never know.
I can tell you is we have 5 bullets missing from a magazine, and we know that Bart Halverson was shot 2 or 3 times. So there are 2 missing bullets, but I don't know if she was shot. What I do know is she entered the house, and it was only Bart and Chandler there. No one else. She died of homicidal violence. manner of death, homicide. And those are legal documents that the DOE has to put these determinations on. We know that Chandler arrives back home at 9:31 a.m. Later that day, he goes to Dulce's house, and he returns at 3:07 p.m. And that night, though, we know he leaves his house at 10:08 p.m. And we know he goes up to Portage along the Wisconsin River. From his house to Portage and back. He's up.
There was just too much violence to determine the cause of death. Yeah, that's possible. Mostly what it was that the bodies were dismembered, and then later he tried a couple different methods of basically getting rid of them. He tried to burn their heads in the fireplace and probably some other body parts as well. So like those parts were just significantly manual. Like I don't think it was a stabbing or anything, because you would have had to stab somebody like 20, 30, 40 times in order to like murder them, and that would have shown up somewhere. It was probably a bullet, like, you know, they found some bullet casing. He probably shot his parents in the back of the head or something like that, but after he tried to burn the head, this is really grim. I mean, this is my doctor. So after he burned the heads, they couldn't really find any evidence of the bullet casing or to see like what it went through or anything. They just couldn't really tell. But them leaving that detail that it's extreme homicidal violence to the point that they can't even determine what the cause of death was, it just helps them get into the case though, so that they can put them away.
Up in the Portage area from at least 10:37 p.m. to 11:03 p.m. Portage is along the Wisconsin River. We tried to search that area. The Wisconsin River has a very strong current. People drown there every year and they never find their bodies, and their bodies are cold. They attempted a dive. It was unsafe. We didn't find any evidence there. But I think in the totality of the circumstances, that wasn't a nighttime trip to the study. We know he returns at 11:30 p.m. And then we go on to July 4th. July 4th is actually the day that is the most eerie to me. Because it's like Chandler Halverson pushed pause on his crime and just lived a normal life for a day.
Yeah, he was trying to freeze the bodies for a little bit.
On July 4th, he spends the day with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's family. He goes to the farm, uses the pool, eats dinner.
That's what I wanted to, dude. I want to know his demeanor on that bed. Do you guys need, if I go back to Kat's interview for a minute, because I need to see the part 2 of it. She needed to take a break. There's all that info about how was he acting the day of. Listen, this is my stream. This is where we're going. I know this Halverson stuff is really long, guys, but we're here. Okay. Trials. Halverson. Alright. Cat part 2. This is when all the tricks are really horrible. Let me see if I can find the spot where he starts talking about his. One second.
Listen, what do you got?
Never mind, it's closed.
Oh my god. I think this is. Okay, we got it. It's got the cat on the wall.
He's inside, or did he go inside at some point?
Yes.
And the hydrogen peroxide?
She brought it back!
Communication, or was there like a phone call or anything like that, or is this all you knew?
Okay.
I don't remember.
This guy's a sociopath. Chandler doesn't make a stand, but apparently he makes statements in the sentencing at the end of this. I still have a lot to go through with this Chandler video. And look, this is probably going to end up on YouTube, but I'm feeling this bitch is going to be like 3.5 hours, okay? But look, if you guys are just to the end, if you're kind of like, oh, I've seen all the Halverson
of tea right now. Oh, well, hold on.
You respond, we'll talk about groceries, I'll bring spicy cheese and pickled jalapenos.
Yes.
Okay. And again, I apologize, no one likes to see their messages probably on a giant screen, but you just, in general, you say, and Jesus, you're kind of just making a joke that you'll bring Jesus with you.
Yep.
Okay.
Did they try to make a short story? Cat was in the
That's all 16, yes please. But then quickly follows it up. Can you read that last message?
But for them, if your mom has an extra bottle, that would be great. And a Swiffer wet shop.
That's what she
Extra
was
bottle. Were you, was your belief that he's referring to hydrogen peroxide?
Correct.
You respond almost immediately. We have both. He says thanks. And
Thanks, God.
had Chandler ever asked you about hydrogen peroxide before, as far as you remember?
Not that I remember.
Did you in fact bring him hydrogen peroxide?
Yes.
Where'd you get it?
From my mom's house.
You took the bottle?
Yes.
And what about a Swiffer mop?
From my mom's house.
You took that to Chandler's?
Yes.
You sure it's marked in this case? It's exhibit number 528. What is that?
My mom's home.
That's your mom's?
Yes.
And is that the Swiffer?
Yes.
Is that the one you took to Chandler's?
Yes.
No. Number 528 evidence.
Any objection?
No objection.
It is received. It may be.
Dude, poor.
And it was spectacular, but police eventually came over and asked where the Swiffer was, and that's what it was, and they took a picture, right?
Yep.
A bottle of hydrogen peroxide and the Swiffer would go with you as you're kind of making your way from Target to your mom's and then to Chandler's that night, right?
Correct.
When you get over to Chandler's house, do you take the bags of groceries inside, or do they go inside at some point?
Yes.
And the hydrogen peroxide
Yes.
and the Swiffer.
Yes.
When you first go in the house that day, did you notice anything off?
There was a smoky smell.
Oh no, the fireplace.
Did Chandler tell you more about, did he explain why there was a smoky smell?
Because he was playing catch with Rizzo in the house and the glass shattered in the fireplace. And so the smell got into the home.
Rizzo is a dog.
Oh my god. And then Chandler positions himself as this nice, sweet, innocent, oh, I was just playing catch with the dog. I accidentally threw it too hard in the fireplace and shattered the glass. When the reality of why the glass is shattered is probably the most sinister thing that it could possibly be. Dude,
Or so the glass broke with the dog?
He was throwing it all in the house.
Did you look into that any further? Did you go to that fireplace and poke around?
Mm,
Was there in fact a glass panel broken on it?
yes.
You stayed the night there that night, right?
Correct.
Where did you all sleep?
she had no idea.
On the couches pushed together.
And where were those in the house?
In the lower living room by the fireplace.
Around this time, Chandler had a bedroom, right?
Yes.
Had a bed.
Why would you?
Yes.
Did he explain to you why you were sleeping in kind of like a full living room?
To be with the dogs and watch TV on the bigger screen.
Have you ever done that before? You staying at Chandler's house?
No.
Yeah,
At the time?
this has to be so eerie for her in retrospect. They slept downstairs near the fireplace where he had just tried to burn their heads earlier. Like,
That room you slept in kind of a couch floor pushed together. Did you really see photographs and video? That was in the same room as the fireplace that had the broken panel, right?
Yes.
It was near the bathroom as well, right?
Objection.
Was it near the bathroom?
You may answer that question. The objection, the question was rephrased in light of the objection.
Can you repeat, please?
Was it near the bathroom where you were sleeping?
Yes.
That night,
dude, I would never
The dogs was a busy around, but because of the fireworks.
Is there TV in that room?
Yes.
Were you watching TV as you went to sleep?
Yes.
Do you know whether Chandler slept at all that night, or do you not know?
I don't know.
She was not up. He was up all night.
While you were with Chandler that night, did he say anything about where his parents were?
Okay, so this is where we're getting to some of the really interesting nitty-gritty information that we don't really get in the Constitution's opening or closing statements. These are all caption stacked words of what happened and what Chandler's behavior was like the day after the murder and all the days after. So if you guys remember, this murder happened July 1st at about 2 p.m. And now it seems like it's about July 2nd or July 3rd where he is asked his girlfriend to bring over the cleaning supplies to clean up the blood of his parents. And then he goes on to spend the regular old day with her July 4th. And don't forget that Chandler doesn't report his parents visiting the police until the 8th. So I'm really curious what happened in those 6 or 7 days after the murder.
North at the cabin.
Have you ever been to the cabin before?
Mm-hmm.
What did you know about the cabin?
Mrs. Halverson's father built it. There's a school on the outside. It's by a lake. And we'd go up there often where we changed the window panes or do work on it.
Now, you stayed there that night. You stayed in the couch fort thing in the fireplace room. The next day, did you stay there or did you leave?
I left.
Early?
Very early.
Camera showed you leaving about 6:55. Would that be about right?
Yes.
Dude, what this is essentially going to do to Kat is it's going to shine on her in a way that pretty much none of us will essentially ever experience. Like, going through therapy and realizing that your partner, like, isn't who they say they are, you know what I mean? That's one thing. But this case, I feel like why it's going to hit Kat so hard is because it's almost like a revelation that society lied to me. A guy that looks like this and is on the diving rescue team and is going to college and was raised by nice parents is a good guy. That is what society has sold to me. And there is no explanation for this. It's almost like she'll never really get closure for why this happened. Because we've been watching this trial for hours and we still don't understand either. It's very eerie. So I just I have no idea what she's going through. Oh, he was lying about going to college. Yeah, we're still on Chandler. It's long, bro. It's long.
And that day, you and Chandler continued texting a little bit, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I apologize. I just found one more set of messages I wanted to talk about from the night before. Just before you got to the house and you were doing the title pickups. Exhibit 529, is that a series of messages?
Yes. It's my testimonies.
Yes.
Alright, I'll move 529 into evidence.
Any objection other than the standing objection?
Yeah.
They are received.
My apologies for that.
Sorry, this is so fucking incorrect. Plants Baby said, this is why we say all men. And then Modern Wingfair said, we just watched a video about a woman that shot her 3 kids. Dude, you guys are funny. So basically, everyone's really fucked up, okay? Some people are really fucked up. This is why I get on y'all about, like, why do you put these descriptors on things? You're saying these people fucking suck, bro. I don't know, that was funny.
Going backwards just a second, but before you got to Chandler's the night before, with the groceries, 5:20, you tell him you're going to keep your clothes in your car. And Chandler, again, says something about peroxide. Can you read that message?
What's at 5 o'clock?
That's in common with the Swift shirt and peroxide and stuff.
So that's the third time that day he had texted you about peroxide to bring it, right?
No, she had him in the phone as a
So the next day you wake up early, before 7, and like you said, you're in communication with Chandler all day. I'll show you exhibit number 531. Is that a series of messages ending on the last one on the second and starting again on the third?
Yes.
I'm showing you this mark is 530. Just in general, what is that photograph?
Chandler walking to Fleet Farm.
You know that location?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do 531 and 530 in evidence.
Any objection other than the standing objection?
we approach real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Let's go ahead a little bit. Wait, what is that? Oh, you know, he be showing shit.
And what time is that? It was.
Yes.
And did you become worried or concerned in some way? At some point that day, after you left, did you notice that Chandler was in a... Did you look at a Snapchat map to look at where he was?
Yes.
And did you become worried or concerned in some way?
Yes.
Showing it's been marked as exhibit number 532. What is that?
A screenshot of Chandler by the Wisconsin River.
And how's he labeled? What's his name now? And what time is that?
8:58.
Okay. I think previously I said the second and the third were on the Saturday, but was this taken on Saturday morning?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you take this screenshot of Chandler's location?
I didn't know why he was there, and so I was curious.
Did you know where this location was?
Yes.
And how did you know where this location was?
I've been there before with Chandler.
Tell us about it.
It's a little spot where we can park our car and walk down to the Wisconsin River for swimming.
How many times do you think you've been there?
Two or three times.
Dude, I wonder if she thought Chandler was with another girl, like taking another girl to the river, like trying to just like, I don't know. Wait, dude. Wait, did you reach 1,000? Really? What the fuck? No. And goddamn, I'm taking over the number one spot for some every day with 8 for the whole month. Goddamn, blessed to hopefully if you can get to the south. Thank you so, Daddy. Thank you. Thank you.
We can publish 532.
You might. Was it received?
Is this that screenshot?
Dude, there's this sneaky ass man. I can't believe that. I cannot believe
That's the picture.
Stop.
What did you do when you saw that?
Pardon?
Yeah, what did you do when you saw that
The
location?
Bitmoji, I know.
You took a screenshot. Did you do anything else about information?
I asked him what he was doing there.
And what did he respond?
He told me to pick up CBD and he was passing through there.
He was passing through.
It's got a lot for everything.
Did you try to call him?
Yes.
Did we able to talk to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know anything else from that conversation about what he said or why he was where he was?
He was picking up CBD for the pain.
Making himself a victim.
He told me that he was picking up CBD because he was scared I was going to be disappointed in him.
That is such a manipulative tactic. That is so manipulative. Like, oh, I was doing this thing. It's really not that bad. getting CBD for the pain of my neck injury. I just really needed it. I'm sorry. That was so manipulative. I hate this. I hate this, dude. CBD is like the most innocent form of weed, basically. It's like an extracted thing from weed.
And around that time, when you took that screenshot, was that when all of these messages were being sent that we looked at in this exhibit when no one was responding to you? Ending with, hey, did you pass out?
That was before I took the screenshot.
Same morning though?
Same morning, yes.
Were you having trouble communicating with Chandler that morning between 8 and 9, essentially?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, Stanley be smoking CBD all the time. He inject that shit somehow.
Prior to, well, that's a different one. When was the last time you were at that location, that out by the Wisconsin River with Chandler? Approximately.
Stanley's my cat. He doesn't really inject himself with CBD. Alright, hold on, I'm just gonna put this over.
I ran his friend, and that night, go back to Chandler's. And
And how long of a period was he away from you dealing with that?
I don't know. She brought me downstairs, he laid down with her, and I was making sure she was okay and petting her. I was looking at the
Oh, nice. God, okay, it was 2:40 to go straight to Titusville. Okay, so let's see where the next level, where the next lies start.
11:30 on the 5th. What does Chandler text you?
Don't ask the mom to tell you more for sure we were moving.
His parents?
When you respond, I won't.
Wait, let me go back to that.
Day, Monday, July 5th.
Yes.
New 533 evidence.
Any objection other than the standing objection? They are received. You say they be published.
What page? In general, you're texting about work life, your work, frustrations maybe.
Yes.
And at that point, as far as you knew,
Okay.
were you going to be at this job that you were at long term?
I was under the impression I would leave in August.
And
Would you? Dude, Chandler had told her that he had this great job at SpaceX, and she believed that she was going to go down to Florida, live with him, and he was going to take care of everything. He'd never worked a normal job in his life.
on the 5th, what does Chandler text you?
Don't ask the mom to tell you more for sure we were moving.
I guess they're wrong.
When you respond, I won't.
Correct.
So she was ready to move in a month.
He says, okay. You say something else. You say, Greyhound isn't too expensive for a trip to Titusville. You say that at 11:46 on the 5th. What is that about?
Since Chandler expressed he couldn't fly down to Titusville, we were looking at alternatives to go, and I looked at Greyhound prices.
When you say we were looking at alternatives, who was more so looking at alternatives, you or him?
Cauliflower said, I wonder if he was planning to kill her. I don't think Chandler ever had any plans to kill Kat. However, I believe he 100% had the capacity to do so. And if there was something that he wanted that Kat did not fit into that plan, and the conversation would have been too hard for him to have because he has no communication skills, I 100% believe that he would have also murdered Kat. This is somebody that can never be released. Ever. 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 Or if she found out. Yeah. If and when she found out. If he got away with this, he would have gotten rid of Kat, just like he basically, what he did to his parents. That's what he would have done. In catalog, the one time he would have murdered her for sure. Yeah.
No pressure, just saying. You read what Chandler says?
Nope, and he had something for straight shot to my window.
Do you respond, what? All this occurring just before the noon hour. Uber is 200 to Titusville, meaning the Greyhound plus the Uber. And you said it was 240 to go straight to Titusville. What are you looking at when you're doing this?
I was looking at the website.
So you've got to be about $240. Did Chandler text you?
So I'll be going to get there with not much of my stuff.
You respond WTF, or am I? Or he responds WTF, or am I looking? And you say, you were very off. Essentially is what that message means, right?
And then he just says, ooh, okay. He did dumb fuck. Thought that he could just say that the Greyhound was X amount and the cat would look into it. Come on, man. We're women. This is what we do. We love planning shit, okay? I'll tell you this. Well, I know there's some women that aren't into that shit, but for the most part, we love making travel plans. We want to pick the hotel. We want to get the best deal for our man. Like, this shit is fun, okay? Wait, is anyone else like this? Wait, why am I trying to do like that? Like, I love it. It's so fun. But like, he thought he was just going to say $800 and she was just going to bite. Like, no. I'm like, baby, we're leaving. I'm going to get this hotel. We're going to do this. I'm with this. This. Like, I have fun with it, okay? You ain't going to tell me. You say $800 too expensive. Okay, baby, I got you. I'm going to find this cheap. I'll find you a cheap one right now. Nah. Cat face very off.
Around this time, you were looking up how Chandler could get the floor, right?
Yes.
Sure, exhibit number 534 in this case. What is that?
It's a screenshot of the Greyhound website of me looking at my trip to Titusville from Madison.
And you took the screenshot?
Yes.
Did you send this to Chandler?
Yes.
Okay. And that was in the middle of those text messages, right?
Yes.
In 534 evidence.
Any objection? Can I approach? Sure. And you may publish.
Yeah. 534. What are we looking at there?
Dude, do you guys think Kat feels any guilt? Like, wondering if there's something she could have done? I'm just thinking about how, and I'm not saying that there is, but like how she might feel that way. When the prosecutors are listing out all these things, did you notice when Chandler did this? Did you notice this with Chandler? Did you notice this? Did you notice this? He was so good at lying through all these things. Of course she didn't take a second look, but when she's sitting here being asked all these questions, I wonder if she asks herself, like, oh my God, how did I not know something was up? You know what I mean? And not necessarily saying that's true, but like, sometimes taking that guilt is a way that we find control in situations, because you can't control grief, right? But you can blame yourself. And blaming yourself is easy. It just, man, I can't imagine what she's going through. This is
Surprise for the
actually also quick pause, really quick guys. I'm gonna do some lo-fi and I'm gonna run it down really quick. I have some people on front door. I told you some people are coming to clean the floors today because my house is looking crazy right now. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Or wait, do you guys want me to just play this? I wanna see it though. You know what? I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna run an ad and then I'm gonna play it and you guys can tell me if I'm missing it. Because we are long way long. Now do we? Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me do the Wi-Fi. I'll be right back. Well, I know what I'll do. This ad is playing for 60 seconds. You guys that are subs, you can tell them what happened. I'm gonna run this back a minute so that you guys don't miss anything. Alright.
Here's what Chandler says.
Yep, that's what we did.
Nope,
So I'm gonna be gone for a second, okay?
shot to my window.
Do you respond, what? All this occurring just before the noon hour on Monday. And Chandler says, Uber is 200 to Titusville, meaning the Greyhound plus the Uber. And you said it was 240 to go straight to Titusville. What are you looking at when you're doing this?
I was looking at text the Greyhound website.
So you thought it'd be about $240. Did Chandler text you?
Slowly going to get there with not much in the stuff.
He responds WTF, where am I? Or he responds WTF, where am I looking? And you say, you're very off, essentially is what that message means, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is his response. Around this time, you were looking up how Chandler could get to Florida, right?
Yes.
Sure, is it number 534 in this case? What is that?
It's a screenshot of the Greyhound website of me looking up a trip to Tazewell from Madison.
And you took the screenshot?
Yes.
Did you send this to Chandler?
Yes.
And that was in the middle of those text messages, right?
Yes.
You 534 in that one.
Any objection?
Can we approach?
Sure. And you may publish.
Yeah. 534. What are we looking at there?
The price for a trip from Madison to Titusville, Florida on Greyhound.
You took the screenshot, right?
Correct.
Who did you send it to?
Sorry?
Who did you send it to?
Chandler.
Is that another set of messages between you and Chandler? Okay, July 5th.
Correct.
What is 535? What is that?
It's a screenshot of the W clinic.
And did you take that
Yes, I did.
in relation to what? Why did you take this screenshot?
That's where Chandler said he was going to have his appointment for that day.
I'll move 536 and 535 in evidence.
Any objection other than the standing objection as to the texts?
No objection.
They are received.
So we're still on that day, July 5th. We're in the afternoon, and you text me, you read that last one?
Text me when you get to your appointment.
And we're about 1:30, aren't we?
Yes.
Chandler says, yes, dear. And a series of messages starting at 1:40. You say, essentially, 1:40 again. I love you. It's going to be okay. Can you read what Chandler says?
You will be happy.
You say?
Very true.
And then at 2 o'clock, 2:01 exactly, Chandler says what?
You will be to go and checked in
What was your understanding of where he had gone?
to the location that I had screenshotted for his appointment.
And why again did you take this screenshot for Chandler's appointment?
Because I was trying to leave work early and would have taken myself.
But you didn't take him that day, did you?
No.
So I'm showing, I'm going to publish 535 if I haven't. You looked up under the Upland Science Drive.
Correct.
How did you get this location, or how did you know this was the location you'd be going to?
Chandler told me it was on Science Drive.
At that point, after he says he made it, checked in, at just after 2, what does he say?
Be right back.
You say, you got this. Yeah. You ask him about what you're doing later, 2:19, but then Chandler sends you a message. What does that say?
Just need you to know because I have horrible reception.
And it was sent again? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, can you just read that again if you could?
I just mentioned no because I have horrible reception.
Your understanding at that time was that he was at the UW Health Hospital on Science Drive in the clinic.
Correct.
You respond, okay. When do you say that?
Do they not? I meant to say, do they not have Wi-Fi?
Okay. What do you say after that?
It's not that that's easier.
Why would that be easier?
Because they generally have Wi-Fi at all UW Health clinics, and so if he doesn't have reception on his phone, he gets to snap with the Wi-Fi.
Now, we're talking about text. You're texting, and now you're texting about snapping, but in the realm of this conversation, a couple questions. When you're texting someone, just on the normal Apple iPhone, and you're texting someone, absent something crazy, you're not seeing their location, at least in your experience, right?
Apple location?
In these text messages, this isn't how you looked at what Chandler's location is, right? It was Snapchat.
Correct.
So, if someone in your experience wasn't on Snapchat or able to use Snapchat because they didn't have Wi-Fi or a signal, would you be able to tell where their location is? Can you turn off on Snapchat the ability of someone to see your location?
Yes.
At 2:23, after arriving at the doctor, which channel show you?
No connection to even with Snapchat.
What?
Share it with you.
Can you turn off on Snapchat the ability of someone to see your location?
Yes.
Interesting, Chandler.
At 2:23, after arriving at the doctor, which channel show you?
On Snapchat. And no Wi-Fi. Okay, you still get your iMessages.
Where is he? 2:24 p.m. Wait. I didn't look at the dates. Is this the day of murder?
At 2:23, after arriving at the doctor, which channel show you?
No
Oh, no. This is 4 days after.
connection to even with Snapchat. And no Wi-fi.
But I can still get your iMessages, so there's no Wi-Fi. There's no connection. But he's still receiving messages? Hello?
Messages. No connection to even with Snapchat.
No, bro. Okay, Pandora, let me just give you guys a recap. Let's talk for a minute. Pandora said, sorry, I'm new here. Did she just kill a boyfriend? No, she didn't kill a boyfriend. She was just supporting and loving her boyfriend, who happened to have murdered both of his fucking parents, and she had no idea. And then he was tricking her into like, oh, can you go get some hydrogen peroxide for me? Can you go get some ice for me? Can you go get some, like, literally having her go get the cleanup kit for killing his parents, dude. It's just all, it's all kind of messed up. And now she's on the stand putting his ass away in jail and reading all their text messages.
And no Wi-Fi.
She had no idea.
Does that make sense to you?
The text to
That he'd be able to get messages but wasn't getting Wi-Fi or didn't have any service for Snapchat?
I think
Generally, in your relationship with Chandler or anyone else that you've been involved with, or any of your Snapchat friends that you follow their location, are you generally able to see their location when they're in normal cities like Madison?
yes.
And you live in the healthcare field, right?
I do.
Generally, Wi-Fi available at most of the places?
Yes.
man.
In fact, what do you say to Chandler at 224?
They all have it. But maybe it's your carrier.
Give me the benefit of the doubt. No.
What does Chandler say?
I'll try and get it on.
messages were duplicates. Do you know if they were?
I got a question, and I'm not saying this to Kat. She clearly was suspicious, but I'm just asking about you in general. If your significant other is being a little sketch for a couple days, not too sketch, but you know he's got an injury, maybe that's one thing. But he tells you at one point that he's going to a doctor's appointment and there's no Wi-Fi and no connection, but your iMessages are still coming through. One in the chat, if you're like, nah, that doesn't make any sense. Two in the chat, if you're like, well, I don't know enough about technology, and that could very well be a possibility, whatever. I've got a phone, I know how it works, and I know when I'm able to send text and when I'm not. Like, and here's my other question, because I know we got a lot of ones and twos that are coming here. I'm gonna ask this one in 3s and 4s just so we can, you know, kind of get to a part 2 here. 3 in the chat, if you would be ballsy enough to call out that that's absolutely not possible in your partner that you know would deflect or lies a lot. 4 in the chat, if you just wouldn't say anything and you would just say, well, it's not a big enough lie for me to call that out. I think I'm a 4. I don't know why. I think I'm a 4. I'm not the type to, you know, like, because, you know what? Damn, as fucked as it sounds, there's some times where I don't think I want to know. I don't know. It's weird. And that's just a little social question. Thank you for participating. And by the way, if you're new here and like true crime, don't forget to follow the channel. We do true crime here every Monday, usually at 6 o'clock, but I'm still on Frisbee Day. We're doing a little 12-hour day. Coming out. After this, I think we're going to be watching an episode of I Survived. I guess this is the perfect day to do an I Survived binge if we choose to do so, but that will be, I think, coming up next.
Were sent twice, or they were just received twice? I'll ask a better question. That last one, where there were duplicate messages, 2 in a row. I'll try to get it on. One possibility is someone actually wrote that message out, sent it, and there was some glitch in the system and it got sent to us, right?
Objection. Speculation.
He's in the courtroom with the text messages.
This is justified to some electronic savvy enough that I think I'll let the question be asked and answered if she can.
Is one possibility of that same message coming through twice, that there was maybe a glitch in the system or someone was in that service area and the message just went through twice?
Yes.
Is another possibility that someone actually wrote that out and sent it twice, purposely?
Yes.
Wait, what? He sent a text message twice to mimic not having service?
So at 3:25, an hour into this, after the bad service, Chandler texts you, can you read these for me?
I don't know. He took an X-ray and a CT scan, looking bad on the X-ray.
They just...
At that point, I think you tested that you didn't drive Chandler to the doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Did you FaceTime with him while he was there?
Probably. Not that I remember.
And did you see his location, his Snapchat location? Was he at any doctor's appointment that you could tell?
Not that I saw.
She couldn't see that he turned on his location.
I asked you before with the jobs and school. Absent what Chandler was telling you, did you have any indication that he in fact was at any doctor's appointment? Do you know for sure?
Mm-hmm.
But after Chandler says nothing bad on the X-ray,
Dude, am I tripping? Or like, I know this is kind of like slow, but I cannot stop watching this because I can't believe what Kat has been through. I can't believe it. I can't, like, I have days where I'm like, I can't do it anymore. My life is so hard. And I watch this and I'm like, my life is not hard. It is so, like, there is nothing, there are no obstacles. Like, I am fine. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, cool. Because I can get out this shit right now.
just read kind of what you responded.
In Florida.
From what you said.
Let me see things.
What does that mean to you guys?
She wanted a little selfie. She thought he was cute.
When we miss each other, we'll ask to see face, which means we'll send each other a Snapchat of our face.
After you guys to see his face, how does Chandler respond?
since he's getting home.
What? Like you can't take a picture after a CCTV?
No bad news. Can you read his response to you?
They haven't determined anything, both my legs. And if they were, and all, I gotta wait to hear what they determined.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What was your first response to that?
You hear everyone sighing, just reading Chandler Halverson's lies. This is so...
Soreness and stiffness is now left to whiplash, and said.
She believed it, dude.
And the next one.
Especially how much your family will let you move around your house.
What did this message mean? Why did you say that?
He was, at the time, staying in the basement because there was darker, it was a darker room, because he had sensitivity to the light, and his mom didn't want him doing much because she was really concerned about him, hurting himself or maybe passing out or something, so he just generally stayed in there.
What you knew about his restrictions in the house, was that just from what Chandler told you?
Yes.
Did you ever have a conversation with Crystal about that?
Dude. Alright. I'm gonna keep it going in here just for the sake of keeping it going. We've seen a lot. I know that I've skipped around a lot of things here. Listen, it's for the sake of attention, alright? All of these videos are, there's some on Court TV, there's some throughout on YouTube. If you ever just want to like chill and watch the full sentencing of some of these different ones, but I want to jump around a little bit, and I think I'm ready to hear the defense closing argument. Do you guys remember previously the defense closing argument? It was a woman, a public defender, coming onto the stand with a long sigh saying, Chandler Halverson did not murder his parents, but she's got a whole 30-minute statement this time. Before it was only 10 minutes, now she's got 30 minutes. Also, there's a rebuttal. Dude, I think this is about, guys, I think this is going to be like a 4-hour YouTube video. My editors right now are shaking, crying right now. Okay, let's see what she's come up with. It is 33 minutes, but I may not watch the entire thing unless it's super, super, super interesting. But we'll link all of these in the script for the YouTube video if you ever want to just like finish watching one of these. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Is that fair? Like, part of me is like, we need to watch the whole thing, but I'm like, you know, okay, all right, let's go.
That opening instructions of closing arguments are not evidence. But what it is a roadmap.
She said our closing arguments are not evidence because the prosecution was rolled up with 35 minutes of evidence that said that Chandler Halverson did it. So she's like, we don't have that, but we do have a roadmap. You know what a roadmap is in the court of law? A web of lies. It's a fucking web of lies. Let's hear it.
Of how their case is going to go and how our case is going to go. So you have an idea, as you're hearing all this evidence, how this case is going to go from both sides.
We don't have evidence, but we have a web.
We told you that this case was about the homicides.
The homicides?
I listened to attorney.
Did she say homicides? Murder some Bahama corn.
I listened to
Alright,
this morning. There were some things that he noted that I think are important. First off, towards the end of his opening, he apologized for some things. Essentially, he apologized for doing his job. He said it might be repetitive, it might be boring at times, but he needs to do it because he has a constitutional obligation to present their case in the
She's trying to discredit the prosecutor.
and that's fair. So now it's my turn to apologize. I am going to apologize for doing my job.
Oh.
First, let me talk about my job. Is to, quote unquote, get the defendant off on their charges. To object to every single question that's asked. To to ask any City Chandler witnesses to be loud, obnoxious, and make a scene so that I can try to get this person off of their charges.
That's not what we're expecting.
It's not. My job is to make sure that they do their job. My job is to make sure that if they're bringing charges on someone, they're doing it because they can do it beyond a reasonable doubt. They can prove those charges beyond a reasonable doubt. People don't like when I say those words, beyond a reasonable doubt, because it almost feels like a cop-out. And if you think that it's a cop-out, well, then your issue is not with me. Your issue is not with Chandler. Your issue is with the U.S. Constitution system.
Yeah, okay.
Then you don't have me. And without me,
She gets her to blame shifted to the judicial system. I know. These ones are so hard for me because, like, we know the defense attorneys are just doing their job, and their job is to defend someone that may or may not have did nothing, you know? In this case, I think, like, we all know who did it. We just gotta let her do her job, but you know what? Let's see how she does. Let's think of it that way. You know, rather than how dare she defend Chandler Halverson. Listen, she's probably public defender, you know, she set up this, that's what it is, you know? Oh, okay. So Vortex Law, we're gonna trust them because they have law degrees, and also Vortex sounds really intense. So I'm trusting this information. Factual. So Vortex Law said, so fun fact, if the defendant can prove that his defense didn't do their best, they could appeal and claim ineffective defense. This is super duper true. There's been a number of people that have essentially done this before and they earned their rights to a second trial. So it's probably also why she's really got to put on a performance here. So let's, you know, we can cringe a little. Let's give her some slack, okay? Let's give her some slack. No, Vortex, I trust you because I know that that's true too. I know it's true. All right.
you don't have them. My job is to make sure that the state, I'm always my house, they have more tables than we do. That they do their job. And I'm going to do that job today. There's a couple things that I want to address before I go any further down the evidence. The first thing I want to address is sort of the obvious. Chandler lies. Chandler lies. Not only does he lie, but he goes to extreme lengths, if you will, to keep those lies going, or to perhaps cover up those lies. I guarantee you, every single person in this room has told a lie, has either covered up that lie, or has done something to keep that lie going. Maybe not now, maybe when you were a teenager, go back to high school, I'm sure you lied at your parents all the time. You're not on trial, so your lies are not exaggerated and highlighted right now.
Everyone lied.
But they are here. And the important part is that
Has anyone not lied to their significant other about not having cell phone reception? Has anyone lied to their parents about, like, hey, can you pick up consultants that have to get an extra hour in at work? Has anyone lied to their girlfriend and asked them to pick up peroxide to clean up their parents' blood and told them that they cut their foot on the glass? Has anyone tried to burn their parents' heads in a fireplace, but then later told their girlfriend the glass burst because they threw a tennis ball because they were playing catch with the dog? Okay, so none of us lie like Chandler.
Chandler is not charged with lying to his girlfriend or to his parents. There is one charge that has to deal, one per parent, that has to deal with lying. Everything else is something that the state told you to try to feed you a theory of motive and to essentially taint your view on Chandler. So when we were going over jury selection, I asked you, how would you feel if you didn't testify? And a couple people said I would need to hear from him. A couple people they would treat him the same way they would do everyone is bullshit. He lies, and they did a great job of making it known that he lies. This is helping, he said. I also said that it was a game day decision, and most of the times it is a game day decision. This never was.
Wait. Okay, we're jumping around all day today. Somebody just mentioned this video. It's a 3-minute video where someone said, how do you defend someone that you think is guilty? This is a 3-minute video from some type of defense attorney that has 7 million views, and I want to watch it because I need more information. Listen, I'm here to give your true crime ADHD at bay. And then we'll go back to the video. Hold on, let's see this.
It's sometimes asked by students speaking about a good.
Wait, let me get some captions going. It's a little low. It's a little low, guys. I'm going to turn up the volume as much as I can here.
I'm sometimes asked by students speaking about a good about what my friend.
Oh, this is... Font color. No. Font size. Font color. It's supposed to be white. Font size. 75. Look, that's a healthy. Background color. Blue. Yellow. Hello. Alright, it's gonna be blue. Everyone shut up. Oh, open it. Oh. Oh, the dude like my option was just like, it'll be blue. Okay, black, and then got the font missing. No. There we go. Why was that so low? Okay. Everyone shut up. I made it blue and I was just okay. Okay, it's on.
Speaking about. I'm sometimes asked by students speaking about a good about what my friends have got no experience of the law at all. I mean, how is it that you defend somebody who you think is guilty?
Oh, he's good.
And whenever I ask that question, I always assume that first time I come to reply.
Okay.
21 years ago, I was sent by to the Malabar Magistrates Court to defend a man who was charged with stealing a floating money in the Oxford spaces. For me at the time, it was the most important thing that had happened in my life.
Okay.
And I remember being absolutely pressed for it when I saw the papers in the case, and they consisted of witness statements from 4 security guards, all of whom said they saw a man was named Mr. Smith walk down the frozen line of Marks and Spencer's,
Okay.
select a spaghetti carbonara, shut it down his trousers, adjust it because it was cold, I suppose, and comfortable, and walk down the shop. Anyway, I got to know about magistrate court, and I said, you know, is there a Mr. Smith? And there's nothing really much to do. He said, well, have you not ready? And I said, yes, I am, Mr. Smith. He said, it's all a fit up. The whole damn thing is a fit up, mate. A fit up? Listen, Mr. Smith.
Does it sound like Sam Pepper?
I can keep you out quickly. Hey, Bill, you say, hey, Bill, I'm going to exactly what I'm going to get another downstairs. And I thought, oh, God, I was getting trouble back yesterday. So I said, calm down, Mr. Smith, calm down.
Okay.
You're going to defense, you are defending as well as whatever it was. You ready to go to the trial started?
Okay. How's this been?
I remember that I was kind of just embarrassed about Mr. Smith's defense, this conspiracy theory that was secured by logic to fit him up. And because I was embarrassed, I felt personally not faced about his defense.
Okay.
I'm not sure I thought he defended him, one way or another. Anyway, poor Mr. Smith was duly convicted. He got I did another case, there was somebody that I can't remember the facts of it, but what happened during the course of that case was...
Oh, hold on. Everyone, I would like to pause really quick. Marnavelli has come into the channel and asked me to be quiet. They simply just said, shut up. And I'm feeling pretty submissive today, and I think I'm going to abide by that. Guys, I know we were supposed to do a 12-hour stream today, but thank you guys so much for stopping by. I had fun while we were streaming, but I think I'm gonna listen today. I'm gonna be quiet, like the one I am. So I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out. I'm sorry, I just pick up random comments that are so fucking stupid. Okay, alright, everyone shut up, let's make this.
I can't remember the facts of it, but what happened during of course, in that case, involves selling the security guards.
Sorry, I can tell with the music and everything.
And as a result of my experience in that case, I was convinced so that I was absolutely sure that what poor old Mr. Smith had said to me 4 months previously, that I'd been embarrassed about, in fact, being true.
Okay.
You see, we as defense advocates, as barristers, have no idea whether or not somebody is telling you the truth, whatever the evidence looks like. You can lie for all sorts of reasons. You could do things for motivations that you can only guess at. Our role as defense barristers is to represent everybody in exactly the same way, with exactly the same professionalism, with
Oh, I get what you're saying.
exactly the same quality or breastplate plate, so to speak, as if we were representing our loved ones, or as we constantly representing ourselves. Because our goal as defense advocates is not to be the judge, not to decide who we want to defend and who we don't, because everybody's entitled to it.
Okay.
But just to assist the jury.
Well, that's fair.
And so it was a very, very early lesson for me to learn an answer to the question, how is it that we defend somebody who we think is guilty of something else? I have no idea who is guilty or not.
Oh.
I don't say.
Okay, so his philosophy is basically, I have no idea. You know what? Damn, that's the first defense attorney that I kind of fucked with, bro. I get, you know, his story, I thought he was about to hit us a little hard, but, you know, I thought, you know, I didn't know that. Okay, back to Chandler Henderson. Let's see what this lady says. Yeah, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. I like the vulnerability that he shared in that story, though, where he said that he didn't do a very good job because he was embarrassed. And you know what? This lady's probably kind of embarrassed right now, but she's doing her job. You know, I'll give it to her.
If you heard from him, were you even going to believe him? You weren't, and that's fine, because it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, there's only one lie that really does matter, and that's the one that he said about his parents missing. I'm going to make your life a little easier, and it's going to be a little unconventional.
Okay.
There are certain charges that I believe the state has met their burden, and they have proved it beyond a reasonable doubt. And again, from the beginning, first-degree intentional homicide is a serious charge.
Yes, it is.
We've been here for the homicides.
What you gonna try to say it wasn't first degree? It wasn't premeditated?
Piece of paper that is signed, a formal piece of paper that's signed by Chandler to the Dane County Sheriff's Office about a missing persons that clearly is not true. This is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. I want you to think about that when it comes to talking about these homicides. I also want you to think about another thing. I'm a little weird, I apologize. But I want you to think about another thing.
Bro, she's catching wind with the mic every time she moves around. I can hear with a weird noise, but you know what? Respect.
Attorney Raymond in her closing. 2 phrases that are really common. Several times she said, "We know X, Y, and Z happened. We know that this happened." Pay attention to the times where she said, "We don't know." We don't know.
Okay.
I can't tell you
Man, I really,
how she was killed.
I really gotta get, okay. Chad, question for you really quick. Are you listening to this lady? Like, I'm listening. She's not my attention. Can we just take note on how it's such a far cry from the earlier defense's opening statement? Just check it out.
Chandler Alderson did not murder his parents.
Okay, that's a woman that does not want to be here. And like, I get it, but this lady's like, let me do my job.
We don't know. Whatever.
But
And it was only some parts that had to do with the homicides. When I was in law school, I was told that the words "I don't know" should never come from that table. because you should know. If you're charging people with crimes, you should know.
Oh, dude, she's doing a good job dirty, bro.
But I think that they skipped over. That matters for me in proving that first-degree intentional homicide was not something that they met their burden on. I first want to talk about the cabin.
Dude, I've noticed that if you put any defense attorney line, like, in chat, and then you type the goes okay thing afterwards, it just works. It just works. You did it a minute ago when I was in law school. And then the little dog. It's so funny, dude. Jeffrey Halverson did not murder his parents, and we were both okay. Can somebody do it, please? Hold on, I'll do it. Hold on.
There is a cabin. There's no disputing that. Bart and Krista went to the cabin at least 2 or 3 times a year, I think is what someone testified to. It's possible that they could have gone to the cabin that weekend. In fact, you don't even know what their weekend plans were. Friends testified. None of them said, oh, they were going to come over to watch fireworks with us. So no one knew what their plans were that weekend.
Imagine watching this and
The reason they're making a big deal about it is because that is some kind of premeditation to them. That is some kind of intent. Ooh, he was going to do something that day. He knew he was going to do something that day, so he was going to say something about going to the cabin. He's talking to his girlfriend. Days before, on the 30th, so the day before, there's a text message exchange between Kat and Chandler, where Kat asks, we're not going to the cabin, right? And he says no. You're allowed to use your common sense. When you have conversations with significant others, and you're texting, you're not going to get the full story, because sometimes you do it in person. What we know from him and his girlfriend is that they chatted on Snapchat. They chatted everywhere they could. So you're not going to get the full story from text messages. But what you do know is that at some point he talks about going to this cabin as a family. What happening? So this notion, the idea of going to the cabin was last minute because he needed to cover up these homicides that he was going to do is not true. Now, again with the lies. Certain lies matter. Certain lies did not. What I want to clear up, and Attorney Raymond did a great job when she mentioned that we've seen this case multiple times. We've dealt with this case. We've talked to each other about this case. So sometimes we get things wrong. I'm going to clear up something that they got wrong. The evidence does not show that Bart and Krista knew about this SpaceX job. Yes, you heard from Kat's mother, Yusuf. We knew that she knew about it. We've heard about Cress knew about it. Kat talked about it. Maybe another friend or roommate talked about it, but you never heard anyone testify that Bart and Krista knew about the SpaceX job. You heard from Bart's brother, Rex. I do not believe he mentioned it at all. So that's not a lie on this house of cards that was crashing down.
I think we
That Bart and Krista knew about. You also didn't hear that they knew about the scuba team, dive team, whatever you want to call it, lie with the City of Madison Police Department. You heard it from his girlfriends, ex's girlfriend and Kat. You heard it from his friends. But you didn't hear it from people that knew Bart and Krista and said that they mentioned it.
Alright. We're gonna close out with this, guys. Well, we're not closing out because we still got a lot. Dude, there's just so much to navigate in this case. Okay, so we listened to a little bit of the defense closing argument. That honest question, why did Chastity get the point? You know? She's gonna do her job. She's gonna do her job well. I feel like she is. But it's just simply not true. I really don't want to listen to too much of that. I don't know what else to say. But after her statement, the prosecution made a rebuttal. And our favorite prosecutor is back. We know him, we love him, we trust him so far. Let's see what he's got to say. Wait, what's his name? Chandler Halverson, prosecutor? I knew his name, but William Brown. Come on down, Willie Brown. Bring it on in, Will. Willie Brown.
A lot of talking in defense closing and opening about things that learned in law school. And I think in the opening I heard at one point, being a jury is different than being a person.
Oh my gosh.
I'm done with law school, and I do this for a living. I operate in a world of common sense and not fanciful thoughts of just this guy finding his dead parents and deciding, no big deal, let's just cut them apart and hide them out of the state. Who knows how they got it? I live in that world.
He came in hot. Chad, he came in hot. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot did this man come in while smiling and being nice? Bro, that was a hard 10. He said, I think at one point I even heard in the opening statements that being on the jury is different than being a person. She did say that. She really did say that. Your job today is to be a jury member, not a person with emotions and feelings. Turn those off today. And let this man go right. So we can kill more people. Come on, dude.
That's the way you should have to. Someone like you were told earlier. You're told by the judge, although they figured out a way to say it in about 2 paragraphs, you use your common sense and experience in the roles of everyday life, or something along those lines. A bunch of lawyers got together and thought about it for 2 weeks and figured out a way to say use your common sense. This lawyer just sort of appeared and said, what if this was an awful accident? Bart Halverson was shot in the back twice. You lied. You shoot yourself in the back twice. Bart Halverson and Krista Halverson.
Dude, I didn't go rebuttal. The rebuttal is straight up the attorney in court being like, what the fuck did you just say? I got the words for that. Chat, we're doing more rebuttal. Hold on, keep it going.
Heads.
Break it down.
Your arms and legs.
Break it down.
That was an awful accident. Think of for a second. You heard about the bones. You saw those marks in the bones, those attempts. Some of them 3, some of them 10, some of them 5. False starts is what the anthropologists call them. That is someone on their hands and knees, which was just the same, which we're admitting to that now. They lied and chopped him up and hit him around the state. On his hands and knees, some of them from front to back, meaning we could see the face of his mom and his dad as that saw moved back and forth. Back and forth. And you just saw the bones. The ones before the bones, the skin, the blood, the muscle, fat. The smell bad lips. And you just blood. His own parents. An awful accident. We heard her.
Who just said law, Daddy? We did. This is our law father, at least for today. I'm kind of sorry, Vince, you got me down.
The days where I Googling things? I don't. Maybe you do. But I bet you don't Google dismembered body found.
Father-in-law.
Recent parents. I bet you don't Google woman's dismembered body found. I bet you don't do legal research.
Yeah.
Some other guy who chopped up his family members and threw them in a river.
If you missed that part, there's search history of Chandler straight up searching to see if they had found his mom's body or not. The woman found in Wisconsin, woman dismembered body found. He was searching, trying to see if they found the body.
I bet you don't do that. This process is common sense.
Dude,
Ms. Vera talked a lot about the lies. Chandler was a liar, and it seems like we all agree on that now.
4.5 hours later, it's 12 hours street boys were doing it.
I can agree with Ms. Vera on that.
Thanks, Jamie.
The question in this case isn't who would do this, and maybe that's something that's going through your mind here. Who Who would do this? Who would go through this? Who would make up all these lies? Who would take it this far? All these fake people, the burner phone, the nonsense, the calls to his dad, the emails back and forth, the friends and family, the move to Florida. Who would do this? And you're going to leave this room. 6 of you are going to go home. 12 of you are going to go into a room and talk to each other. And you're never going to have an answer to that question. Because who would do this in the common sense meaning of it? Nobody does something like this. But that's not the role of a jury. You're answering a different question, which is who did this?
Who did it?
Because for the life of you, I bet before you got that notice in the mail a couple months ago saying you had to come here, you would say nobody. You would have said nobody.
Oh my god.
Nobody would shoot their dad in the back twice, when he killed their mom, lay him on the ground in front of their family fireplace, take scissors and pruning shears, take a hacksaw, take a keyhole saw, and saw off their heads, arms, legs, throw them in the fireplace. Over 100 fragments of human bone found in that fireplace. You'd say no one did this. But you got your jury summons, you ended up here, and you found out that someone did do it. Chandler Alderson did it. So these lives are important. Because you at some level have to grasp how this man got to that point. As I said in the opening statement, the murders were just a small piece of the puzzle. None of the things that happened before, none of the things that happened after make any sense. You gotta have the murders to understand why he did that bizarre story for 7 days of his parents going missing with the unknown couple. And you can understand the murders if you understand what happened before. With his bizarre actions of building up this life. But was it real? Why were those lies important? They were important because it's all he had. We're here because of the deaths of Bart and Krista Alderson. And they are dead.
I actually don't know who's a bigger piece of shit. Grant Amato or Chandler Alderson. I really don't even like they are literally the same exact caliber of evil and worthless. Really, truly. Like what contributions did either of them do in their time here when they were free? I can't think of a single thing. I really can't. But instead, they changed the trajectory of many people's lives forever. You know, I don't know.
There's no doubt.
Difference.
You have most decidedly concluded that at this point. You've seen the evidence. But on some level, whoever Chandler Alderson was died years ago as well.
Also, I'm gonna say this, and I hate saying this because I hate making it seem like there's any type of understanding around this, because this shit is really, really sick. But if you're a person that is watching this, and for any reason you have been so afraid to communicate something that you've done, or something you're anxious about, maybe a lie that you've told, or something that's happened that you are willing to escalate to violence to keep your secret, it is not worth it. I don't know who needs to tell you that, but it is not worth it. Maybe because we don't have conversations about these things. People don't really have a barometer around what's right and wrong. And let me tell you, it's not fucking worth it. It's really not. Okay? It's really not. Think of something else. Go to therapy. Or maybe tell a friend or a couple friends what you plan to do and see what their reaction is. Instead of doing something stupid and then ending up in a courtroom and humiliating yourself because you can't communicate. Anyways, alright.
What was left was this shell of a person who made this nonsense up, who built himself up to be a tech employee, rescue scuba diving guy.
I want to do that. Chat was like, people would think that way wouldn't watch this. There's a lot of people that have a lot of really dark thoughts, and they give into those dark thoughts. I don't know why or how, and maybe it's like something with OCD or something, and maybe we'll cover a case on it eventually. But those people are really, truly everywhere. They really are. I see people sometimes in my comments that say like, I was almost this person and I'm really glad that I wasn't. And yeah, it's just really shocking.
He was going to college. It was all he had. It was all he had. And that started to unravel. Maybe his parents suspected it. But he listened to Bob Alderson on that call just about a day before he was killed. that sound like someone to be when you, the son of bin Laden? Those text messages. I spoke to Omar Joe. I'm ready whenever you are. He didn't know what was going on until that moment. So when Bart Halverson finds out that this is a lie, to Chandler, whoever Chandler Halverson is, the whole world crumbles. Because if you weren't going to school, they sure were going to hire you at American Family Insurance. That couldn't have been real. There's no way you got a job at SpaceX. What else are you lying about? You go all the time and you say you're training for the scuba diving team. Everything about it. He doesn't have any money. Remember when he texted his girlfriend and going to the police, hey, can I have $5 for a sandwich? You can't just leave. You can't move out. You can't get in the car and head west. He probably couldn't make it out of the state with the amount of money he had because he never had a job. There were two options. Own up to his lies, stand up, and finally tell the truth for once. Or like a coward, shoot your father, do that.
Yeah. Embarrassing.
Exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Miss Ferris says, well, we just have showcase. Yeah, that bullet fragment just happens to have Bart Halverson's DNA on it. When you look at it, just happens to appear to have blood all over it. And you text my mom. Hey, pick up soda from me. Dad's phone's dead. She gets home. There's blood spatters on the safe like they had a bullet fragment. Those little red dots, human blood. It's Krista Halverson. We don't know what happened. We know exactly what happened. Murders are not captured on video. That's not how this happens. That's how this works.
You know, if there are any high-risk affiliates that are posting about Chandler Halverson, I hope that they know that they have chosen the stupidest criminal. The stupidest criminal. If you don't know what a high-risk affiliate is, it's basically a criminal pervert. Those girls are in love with Ted Bundy or, other killers and don't think about the fact that they would have absolutely murdered them. My God, our little high-risk affiliate can't stand for Chandler Halverson. It's just because you think he's cute, isn't it? And you're so pea-brained that this is the person that you choose? This fucking idiot? I know he's got fangirls out there. I know he does. High-risk affiliate. HYBRISTOPHILLAI. Something like that. Just keep typing it. It'll come eventually. Hold on. Let me try. High-risk-o-philly. I can't spell it off the top of my head. There you go. All right.
Sure, in the grand scheme of things, there are some people who are stupid enough to walk up to a gas station, stand in front of the security camera and shoot somebody. But that's not real life. That's not common sense. Chandler Halverson did this in the basement of his house. The blood is everywhere. The bullet's not. We heard from Mr. Miller, he testified. Then we found one, and the one we found was kind of rolled behind under that bench. He tried to pan it. Peroxide everywhere. He's having people bring him peroxide. Blood all over that fireplace stoop. Bone fragments in the ashtray. You know exactly what happened. You don't need a video. The lies are important because it's all Chandler Halverson had. And when they were exposed, he started coming up with this plan. After the Omar Joe text comes in on the 29th, he's having a conversation with his girlfriend. It's fair. Actually, that's fair. The day before, hey, are we going to the cabin? What's going on? We were talking about the cabin. He's starting to dabble with the idea of what he's doing. So it was at 1:04 p.m. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours before he did it. He says they're going to the cabin this weekend. He made his final decision. Because at that moment, Chandler Halverson knew there was no way out. He couldn't get in the car and drive away. He couldn't make up another lie. He couldn't make up another email. He couldn't buy another burner phone. It was done. Everyone was going to see him for what he was. Just some liar. Some guy without a job. In the school. He'd been lying to everyone for years. And he couldn't handle that.
Will's like, I'm like me.
job. We are here for it now.
So he committed the ultimate act of betrayal against your parents. Perhaps against any human being.
By the way, friendly reminder, you can be unemployed. You cannot have a job as long as you're not lying to everyone that loves you and murdering your parents. It's fine, okay?
I was gonna say that, 'cause you know, a lot of people, when you go into transitions, when you go into situations, you know what I mean? It's okay. Don't do anything crazy, okay?
But especially your parents, the person who held you when you were a baby and the cuts on your knee when you were learning to ride a bike.
What's up?
When you were crying. The ultimate act of betrayal. He shot his parents. And then he cut them up. And he hid them. But the lies
Yeah, you guys that are not aware,
This is Chandler. Every time the camera zooms in on Humble,
this is Chandler.
wish we could see a little bit more of him.
stop there. It was a little while. No, that's the cabin. Now he's on the news.
Hey, Cerrito.
Now he's giving interviews. Given 2-3 more days, don't think for a second they're going to give him 2-3 more fake emails. Text messages from my mom. A whole new world. A whole new reality for Chandler that he got to live in. His checklist was right there. Finally, he was going to get a job. Obviously, mom and dad couldn't support him anymore. Maybe he could get some life insurance. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't. But he certainly got to continue on his fake life. He got to keep his girlfriend. People continued to respect him. His friends probably continued to think that he was successful, important. The lies were rinsed and repeated, rinsed and repeated. And I promise him,
Alright. I said we'll let this play just a little bit more. I'm about to start looking into the sentencing and the part where Chandler possibly talks during this. I'll let this play just a little bit more. Here's the plan. This is what we're gonna do, folks. Let me plan your day around us, what we're doing, okay? This is 12-hour stream, got a little bit more to go. Man, how long do we finish it? Well, 4.5 hours, man. I'm doing it. We can't do that. We're actually supposed to be on the front page at about 7 o'clock tonight talking about Elizabeth Holmes at Theranos. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up today to chat about. We're going to watch at this sentencing, see if we can find that clip of Chandler Palmerston talking, and that'll pretty much wrap up this segment. And then, thanks for all the gifts, guys. We're about to hit a little hype train. Okay, let's get that. We got a long day ahead of us, okay? Make my day. We might get to 5,000 subs today. That'd be pretty wild, dude. I don't know how the fuck I have 5,000 subscribers when I stream. I don't know.
oh, incentives. That's what it is. Incentives. I promise you, I'm getting back.
Thank you guys so much. So we'll finish up this segment in maybe about 30 to 40 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna take a little break because of course it's a longer stream today. I'm gonna take about 30 minutes or maybe an hour. I might actually take a break for 30 minutes or an hour because I've got to get some stuff together for Theranos, and I'm gonna go walk and get a decaf latte because I'm putting coffee this week. I think during that period of time we'll put on we'll either put on I Survived or maybe we'll put on an old JCS while I take a little break and you guys watch. But we're either going to do I Survived after this segment, depending on how long it takes, or after my break. Okay? Is that okay? Thank you guys so much for all the love. Somebody did? Oh, we're going to talk about Fire Action. I absolutely do. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy that you're having a nice time. That's all that matters to me. I don't know if you guys can tell every time that I do a stream, all that I care about is that everyone's having a good time. Like even hanging out with my friends in person, I love hosting. That's why I got like a nice house and stuff. And I want to get like a big like 6-person dining table. Because all I care about is just making sure that everyone has a nice time. If you're having a nice time, I'm having a nice time. So it all works out. Okay, let's keep playing the video.
about and I'm the last person who talks. The judge is going to talk a little bit more. What he's going to say next is hard to hear in that he has to read off the verdict forms. You're going to take that to the jury room with you. The verdict forms are the physical documents for each charge. There's a bunch of charges here. For each one, there's one that says guilty or not guilty. Guilty or not guilty. Guilty or not guilty. You actually have to read them all. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but he has to do it. But what Ms. Bear is asking you to do is to lie. It is is the last lie of Chandler Halverson.
His lawyers stood up here. We told you.
To nothing. Not to do what you swore to do, which is to render a just and true verdict based on the evidence. To reconcile the evidence.
Alright, we're about to watch the verdicts in a second here, folks.
The defendant's innocence. A reasonable hypothesis.
Okay, Tig has donated 1,000 gifted subs in this channel. That is absolutely insane. That is so nuts. Tig, thank you so much. Tig, stop gifting. Somebody's gonna have to pick it up. We need a new gift daddy. That is so much, Tig. 1,000 gifted subs. You know you're appreciated. It's not a pass on the phone. That is so much. That is so much. Hello? Wait, can I see who leads in the bits? Oh, I can't see until after the hype train is done. Dude, you guys know I'm such a Twitch grandma. I have donations turned on. I don't have notifications on the screen. I just read the chat and like sometimes I notice when people sub or donate or like not donate when people are like do like sub bombs or something or bits. So I'm really sorry. Half the time I'm like I don't even notice the rate sometimes because the chat is really fun. If I would miss rate, can y'all yell at me because everybody deserves respect. I feel bad, you know. I just don't have notifications on. Alright. Let's check out the Halverson homicide trial verdict. So the verdict is we're just getting to the end here where the jury has listened to everything about our case, essentially we're the jury here. They come together and they give the judge their final degree of, if he's guilty on the counts or not. So let's watch that before we get into the sentencing. Looks like the sentencing was just done 2 days ago, so I'll make sure I can find that clip for us. Tig!
Read those instructions. There was a lot to talk about, but they reached this verdict fairly quickly. And here we go.
Oh my god. Wait, okay, hold on. I said they reached this verdict pretty quickly. Yes, Howard. Shut up. That's a, we know kind of what the verdict is, but like, you need to soak it all in.
Or thank you so much. That had to be a level 5 hype train. Is it? I think so. Yeah, but you know what? We might hit. We're not 400 subs away from 5K. Maybe we'll hit it by the end of the night. We're gonna make it happen, chat. We're gonna make it happen. 400 of you are gonna get the subs and you can access all the bots, okay? But let's do it.
Fairly quickly. Here we go.
Okay. The Halverson trials.
Is that correct? Sir, did the jury reach verdicts on all counts in this matter? Could you please give Randy the floor?
I don't sit down for verdict. Give it to him. What's the judge's name? I don't know the judge's name.
The verdict form on count 1, as signed by the presiding jury and dated today, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halverson guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as to Barney Halverson,
Goodbye,
charged in count 1 of the
And
amended
Krista.
information.
And Krista.
As to the verdict form for count 2, as signed and dated, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halverson guilty of providing false information about a missing person as to Bart A. Halverson, as charged in count 2 of the amended information.
Get out of here.
Verdict form for count 3, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant.
Somebody said that they can't tell if I'm sitting or standing. I'm standing. I'm standing tall at 4'11", 10 loud. Do I really look the same when I'm sitting or standing? No, I don't. No, I don't. You can't tell the difference. You're wrong. I'm tall.
Defendant Chandler M. Halverson guilty of mutilating a corpse as to Bart A. Halverson,
Yes.
as charged in count 3 of the amended information. The verdict form for count 4, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halverson guilty of hiding a corpse as to Bart A. Halverson, as charged in count 4 of the amended information. The verdict form for count 5, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halverson guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as to Krista R. Halverson, as charged in count 5 of the amended information.
Shit, dude.
The verdict form for count 6, as signed and dated by a foreperson, reads, "We, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Alderson guilty of providing false information about a missing person as to Krista R. Alderson, as charged in count 6 of the amended information. The verdict form as to count 7, as signed and dated, reads, "We, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Alderson guilty of mutilating a corpse as to Krista R. Alderson, as charged in count 7 of the amended information." And finally, the verdict form for count 8, as signed and dated, reads, "We, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Alderson guilty of hiding a corpse as to Krista R. Alderson, as charged in count 8 of the amended information." I will note for the record that the jury
Guilty. Guilty across the board. So say we. Guilty on all counts. Lock away. Put away for life. Okay, let's watch the sentencing. I don't know why you're here. I'm sorry. Do you still like me? I think we're doing this all the time. Like any time ever. I just look at this man dead in the eyes. Well, he's like, oh my god, I got locked in the office again. If you missed that, I got locked in the office last night until the start of the stream. Alright, well, we'll let this read up a little bit more. We'll find the sentencing. He's old.
We also
I will
return
take care of your ADHD, okay?
verdict forms that read not guilty and that those do not bear any signature or date, as well as returning jury instructions. Let me inquire of you, and I'll use initials. Ms. B are the verdicts which I read, the verdicts with which you agreed. Mr. Derringer, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Mr. H, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Mr. M, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? I do not need to ask the foreperson as his signature appeared on the verdicts. Ms. C, Mr. C, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Ms. W, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Mr. L, are those the
You guys
verdicts
are just
with which
looking
you
at me.
agreed?
Sorry. Alright. Everyone? You're just sitting here like. You're sitting here like. Oh man, I have way too much fun here. Appreciate all of you. Okay, let's slip around a little bit to get to. This is actually a report from News Channel 3. God bless them. Let's just see if we can get to the attorney talking.
Regarding what I assume.
I don't know. I think sometimes I love sentencing because the judge just rips into them. But I don't know if the current one's gonna give us too much here, bro.
Let me call State of Wisconsin versus Chandler M. Alderson, case number 21CM
Yes, sir.
1568. Is that correct, please? CF 1568. Could I have the appearances, please? William Brown, Major Attorney for the State of Wisconsin.
Mr. Alderson appears in custody in court with his attorney, Crystal Garrett.
Good afternoon. Let's first touch base to ensure that everyone has had access to the same materials as we're here for sentencing. The pre-sentence investigation was ordered, and Agent Melissa Burke filed with the court the report of that investigation on March 7th. Attorney Brown, did the state receive and have the opportunity to review a copy? Yeah. And are there any substantial corrections that the state needs to note for the record? No. Essentially, a sister in spirit.
Why are you talking to him like he's a baby?
And Judge Braxton's defense is reviewing
I just feel gross looking at him even read a piece of paper. Like, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do stuff that we're allowed to do anymore. Like, dude. You know, we all know that there's girls writing this guy you can fix it. You know what that means? It means that you hate yourself so much, you're looking for work in somebody that has nothing, and you think that you can insert value into his life and be somebody. I've got an idea. Why don't you go be somebody somewhere else? I'm telling you right now, if you're a girl that is looking at me right now, I can fix it. You're fucking sick. You're sick, and you need to believe in yourself, okay? You need to believe that you deserve better. You need to take care of yourself. And you need to go find value somewhere else, okay? I'm saying, I know some people are sitting here, oh, little baby. He's not a baby. He's not. Okay? He's not a baby. And he would send you to go get murder cleaning supplies. And this isn't some gangster. This is not some gangster that's going to protect you and like pull you into his lifestyle. He's going to lie to you and then he's going to shoot you in the back of the fucking head. That's exactly what Chandler Halverson is. You know, I can tell y'all what therapy it would be.
And Judge Bradford's defense is really not just an administrative matter. The state would ask that the court adopt at least partially its amended media order in the trial. I don't imagine that will problem, but I think there may be some new folks here from the media regarding the filming of people in the gallery here today.
I'm actually, and I did you distribute a copy, or I didn't download it. I'll print for each part of the copy. I actually did distribute a meeting order about a half hour ago regarding those types of issues. I'll print a copy for you here in the courtroom.
We appreciate it.
Please come here.
Oh, okay, thank you.
She was about to get me water. I'm like, it's not water. Dude, he's over here breathing all heavy and stuff. I can't even do what he did.
Couldn't take a look at that.
I can't, sorry, I could go down.
The only reason we should not now proceed to a sentencing.
Okay.
I wonder where this next meal is coming from.
Oh, please. Stop. Stop. What?
So, Your Honor, Mr. Brown and I are breaking up the sentence, and I'm going to talk very briefly about the character of the defendant, and then go on to talk about the seriousness of the character of the defendant, talk about the second half of the seriousness of offense, and then need to protect.
Okay, so she's on the prosecution side. At first, I thought that was the defense attorney for a second. She's on the prosecution side trying to put Chandler away, okay?
Listen, look, I'm going to spend a lot of my time today talking about the victims and who they were as people, but I am going to start with talking about the character of the defendant. This PSI is kind of not your average PSI. I've often said PSI.
Public service. What is PSI in court? This is investigation report. I don't know. In a court case, pre-sentence investigation report. Alternate a PSI report, also known as a pre-sentence investigation report, consists of paperwork that a judge can use to help determine the right way to punish a defendant in a court case. Oh my God! Where'd you guys go? Oh, this chat. Oh, there we go. We just learned so much, dude. So there's an investigation that happens before Chandler's actually sentenced, I guess, to assess his character or, you know, what is he like when he's in jail. And she's saying this PSI is different than one she's ever seen. Oh my God, you guys not learning? No? Okay.
So, Your Honor,
Really
the
just
defendant with seriousness offense, talking about the victims and who they're talking about, the character of the defendant.
Okay.
This PSI is kind of not your average PSI. We believe I've often said in serious sentences that reading PSIs is one of the most depressing things about my job. And that I really dislike it, although what it does provide is a context to crime. Almost every homicide I've prosecuted, there's been a fairly tragic backstory of the defendant. Violence, drugs, just tragedy. To not an excuse, but an explanation as to why it occurred. Why would this 18-year-old or 17-year-old? There's not an explanation. Chandler grew up with a life of privilege by pretty much I think any sort of angle you look at it, he had two parents that were married, and that's happily married. Two parents that, from all evidence, were completely supportive. Very sort of, his dad was the den leader for Boy Scouts. His parents attended every swim meet that he had. There's absolutely no evidence of abuse whatsoever in this case. Chandler grew up with no housing insecurities. He never had.
Y'all ever think about your past? Think about how you were like neglected or abused, and then sometimes like you get real sad about it, but then you think, man, that shit gave me a lot of character. I would not be who I was on this day if that girl had never called me that word on the playground, or if this person had never backhanded me. You all ever think that? And you're like, you know, I can handle this. I can, dude,
Had wonder where his next meal was coming from, and he was never exposed to any violence that he saw the evidence of, or even really guns. The only tragedy, if you can even call it that, it's more really a part of life that we saw that occurred to him during his childhood was he did lose his maternal grandparents. He went to good and safe schools.
no.
All parents were supportive, extended.
No. How many of you guys are in your early 20s want to chat with lost grandparents? It is very hard. It's very hard, especially if you were raised by them. I have a very strong relationship with my maternal grandparents. They're still alive, you know? I'm sure I'd be very sad if they passed away early in life, but I wouldn't, choose to kill their children. I don't know. Man, that's all that happened to Chandler. That's all that happened to Chandler. Any of you guys ever have significant trauma in your life that has made you feel like you were less than, worthless, sad, not understanding why, and you have fought through it and not done anything bad to people? I'm so fucking proud of you. I really, really am. I'm telling you, that trauma stuff, it really fucked us up. It will really fuck you up. But I'm really glad that you put it all together. I know it's hard sometimes, but I'm glad. I'm very glad. I'm proud of myself right now. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. And fuck Chandler Howard.
Family that saw him often, and a large network of family friends that considered themselves his family. He had numerous people that would drop everything to help him if it was needed. He never faced any sort of discrimination that I could find from any source. By pretty much every measure, he was a white male who had a childhood privilege. The only potential criticism that anyone that we talked to well over 100 people, was that perhaps his mother baby him a little too much, or was a little too loving. As I often explain to my husband, that's what mothers do.
Damn.
It is out of his life of privilege, this child, that was nearly ideal that he committed these crimes. It's also worth noting these crimes were committed against these two individuals that provided this ideal childhood for him. The two
Alright, a little of the PSI. So a little bit of the PSI. Just going to talk a little bit about Brian Krista. You know what? Let's see what William Brown has to say, because William Brown's always giving us a little tidbit. We'll listen to a little bit of William Brown and then possibly get into the judge's sentencing. Looks like the judge is going to rip him a new one, unfortunately. But it's fine.
Again, it's something I should think about. One, while we're watching right now, comment on some of the other sentencing factors. I'm going to start the submission of the defense, which I thought was well put together. Well written, including an article, a lot of the article that I read. With great interest, obviously, considering what I do for a living. It's something I should think about. One thing before I start, I do want to thank the defense attorneys. I think they've done
I just want to thank everyone before we blow your client out of the fucking water with a life sentence.
defenders. I appreciate their presence, and they did nothing but respectful and honorable in their task. And it was a hard job in this case. But speaking especially to your submissions, Attorney Burrell said something that stuck out to me is absolutely true, which is one of the lines, which is, it seems like people who quote me, paraphrasing me, believe that today's a foregone conclusion as to what the outcome is. And I, like her, I don't know that that's true, and I certainly don't think it's true with you, Judge. I'll tell you that as a prosecutor, I often prosecute homicides. It's an unfortunate reality of being a prosecutor in the city. People commit the crime of intentional homicide. These hearings happen a great deal. My job is obviously to convict people if I believe they're guilty, and here obviously, of course,
I love that. I love a good movie.
on a single day, because he was caught lying about where he was working in the school, or perhaps just where he was going to school. It was uncomfortable, probably, but he was caught.
I will say a lot of the things that they're going to have to do is they really have to reiterate things here because there are so many days and weeks between the trial. I think that the guilty verdict was read out 2 weeks ago, but the sentencing just happened about 2 days ago. So they've kind of got to remind the jury and the judge a few things are happening. That's why you and I are hearing a lot of repetitiveness in this. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to guide you.
Committing it twice is even more my position that we should not be released from prison.
Agreed.
We should open his own mind, whether it be today, down the road, in many years. Nothing will ever explain his actions in July of this year were
Right.
evil.
Yes.
And for this generation and at this time, Mr. Alderson is the personification of evil in our community. He could work the rest of his life in trying to earn back the respect and trust and love of maybe some of his family, and I hope he does that. But that's a different thing than it's going to be today. Our question is whether Mr. Alderson should ever be released from prison, and if so, when should he have that opportunity to
Chad, life in prison, or do you think that he should serve 30 years per murder with the possibility of parole? I'll give you, you feel like we can say, double 30, something like that. I'm for sure in the opinion that this man should never be released. Yeah, lying. Which is, I don't think he can be rehabilitated because what symptom are we treating, right? When people go through extreme trauma or self-loathing or something like that, or maybe they're like emotionally dysregulated and choose to go to violence, what is a symptom that we can look at in therapy? It's all connected to, an inciting event, maybe early in their childhood. We have nothing for Chandler. There is nothing to treat. He should, in my opinion, be locked away for life. He should not have a girlfriend. He can't even trust around his own family. They love him. These people love him. This is what he does to people that love him.
ask? It's my position that he should never be released from prison. The mere possibility of his return to our community would shock the conscience of almost every citizen in this community. It would depreciate the seriousness of what he's done. It would cause extreme angst and animosity, probably for many. Do you even feel that that's a possibility? We don't.
Do you think people who kill on death row should be tortured? What kind of question is that? I think for the most part, torture is essentially for either the extraction of information or for a power dynamic, or actually it's usually the extraction of information through a power dynamic. It's just like, dude, who wants that? None of us want anyone to be tortured. In fact, the psychological, the emotional damage, what do you got to say, psychic damage? The psychic damage of being locked up in solitary and all you can think about is what you did to your parents over and over and over and over every day. Not knowing what the public thinks about you. Not knowing how many strange Twitch streamers are watching your trial. Your little tiny secret that you thought you were going to keep contained in your hometown is now spread across the entire world. That's psychic damage. That is torture. And you know what? We don't need to be torturing anybody, but if people do it to themselves, come what may. Leave them in the room.
Have a more serious punishment. But sometimes it's appropriate. And in this case, it's the state's position, it's my position, it's my recommendation that Mr. Alderson spend the remainder of his life in prison.
Thanks,
That he
Deborah.
not be eligible for parole at any point. And again,
And something to point out right away. But we are asking that you do provide Chandler with the opportunity to show to your honor that he is redeemable in the future.
No, he's
That's
not.
not.
He's not.
A number of people.
Alright.
Court
Alright, guys. Time to say this.
tends to make a number of observations at sentencing hearings that are contested and which carry a good deal of weight. And I'm not going to depart from that process today. I first think it's important to acknowledge that the trial and the process within this case that brings us here today was the united effort of a number of people. And first and foremost, I want to recognize again the jurors, but not just those 12 people that rendered verdicts here, but those alternates, those people that responded to the summons, especially given the time of year that this occurred, and the concerns that were rife regarding individual health. We, as by necessity, inconvenienced a number of citizens, and in the end, when I spoke to them, they had no regrets about their service. And that is because they understood that under our system, that is vital. And they understood that they had duty to perform once selected. So I thank them once again. I want to thank the bailiff staff who, throughout those weeks of trial, worked incredibly well in assisting parties, court, the witnesses, and the media. I want to thank the prosecution because I thought that the case that they presented was done efficiently, economically, but most importantly, with due deference to the nature of the evidence. And we need to present that evidence in a manner which means honor the people who are lost.
Okay.
We had a number of lay witnesses that came to court to testify. I assume
I want to keep going. Who's get from the part of the beginning, but we'll get to the part.
came willingly and testified here, and I appreciated their participation and the time that it took for them, again, under the circumstances, both as far as health and the nature of the proceedings and their testimony. Counsel mentioned that this crime caused a rip in our community. If there's one thing that's a positive coming out of this, I think that it is a demonstration to our community of the pride we should feel in our law enforcement.
Vortex said, I've been watching this for 5 hours. Am I doing okay, Vortex? Am I doing okay? Yes, we are coming on 5 hours. Man, you know, I just gotta be real for a second. Sometimes I'm like, well, just don't say it on live stream, because once you say it, it's out there forever. And you know, when people are like, I just can't believe that this happened. I don't know how this could have happened. It's because people are not ready to combat the societal norms of someone that looks like Chandler could possibly do this. When they say, I don't know how this could have happened. I don't understand. It's because you're programmed to think that somebody that looks like him wouldn't do this. And if you undo that programming, maybe you can accept it. Because there's a lot of people here that are not surprised. It's because he looks like a nice little clean-cut boy. That's what his girlfriend thought too. She's over here talking about some selfie. Let me see face and stuff. It's because he was a clean-cut, nice-looking boy. Period. That's what it was.
Probably should deal with how they investigated this case and how they presented the evidence in this case.
It could be anybody.
Well, I honestly think it put Dane County on the map through both the Justice System efforts and the efforts of our local sheriff's department and other law enforcement agencies involved. It was quite incredible. I also want to finally say something about the fact that at every trial, just about, I hear defense attorneys speaking to jurors in one ear about the fact that the defendant has a right to a trial. The defendant does not have to prove anything. The defendant does not have to testify. Sometimes the counsel will go to the extent of saying, we don't have to do anything. It's the state's burden. It's the state's responsibility to carry the case forward, to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. And you should find The defendant had the benefit of reviewing all the pre-trial submissions by the parties, made it feel. He considered an attorney of Brown or intensive fit.
Oh, okay. I just saw that. I see the word mutilating bodies, and I'm like, okay, go back, go back. Okay.
The gravity of the offense is as serious as it could be, and I must not overlook, of course, the steps taken to hide the crime.
Yes.
The steps taken which, if one ponders, certainly makes the crime even worse. If you could say the
Does he have a earring and a bow tie?
murder of your parents
Is
is
he sick?
something that could be made worse. I've tried, even though I've had to examine carefully the evidence, not to think about it. Tried not to think about how or what steps were taken or how these things even took place. I don't wish to engage in that speculation at sentence, but I recognize that the jury found Mr. Halverson guilty of mutilating both bodies, hiding both bodies, and presenting a story to law enforcement to try and lead them on a completely different path than what had actually occurred. And that he took steps in those actions which really robbed those people of dignity. Unfortunately, their dignity is all here. And these people, remember, these people are here today.
I'm crying because it made me cry.
I appreciated learning more about them, and my condolences go to every member of their family. There's no foregone conclusions in sentencing. I've learned that since my time on the bench. I've learned that each case is different, and each case demands an individual examination. And sometimes I will confess I sit down not knowing what I'm going to do, or not even certain which direction I'm leaning.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all of the statements made by counsel here, and in writing, recognizing that the determination doesn't come until this point, and nothing is foregone as far as a conclusion.
Hold on, you about straight cry.
This is the third individual.
Dude, okay. Piggy said Doug said, not everyone has to be your dog's daddy. This is like, I feel like a single mom. I got 2 kids at home, and anytime I bring a man over, it can be the delivery guy. My kids are like, Daddy? I'm like, I swear I raised them well. They just want to be
For which I had to make this determination. And similar to 88 Raymond's comments, I've had to sentence a host of other people up to this crime, where you can observe a lot in the background of the individual that you end up wishing hadn't been the case, because they might not have come to the point if they had had a better foundation. It is to Barton Crystal's credit the foundation Mr. Halverson enjoyed. And it does not explain what happened here. And as everyone has discussed, there may be...
I'm sorry. He's being way too nice to Chandler here. Way too nice. Dude, if I was alive, I would be doing the sentencing right now, and it would be much colder, sharper, faster than this.
the ability to have rehabilitation throughout some course of time. And that's why we keep that kept in mind as to the determination of eligibility for parole. But in all honesty, I must say that as a wiser judge indicated to me once, you should sentence people not because of your anger, if indeed you're fearful of them.
Yeah, I'm scared of Chandler. Sorry. And I clearly, like, you just like, Chandler is literally the definition of a person that chooses violence in the morning, okay? Like, just go away. Just go away, okay? I'm not into it. I don't want to deal with it.
I cannot conceive of a way to fulfill my duty to protect the public that I serve were I to perceive that at some point in time an
Yes,
individual
and you always remember those.
should be released back into that public. I cannot grant to Mr. Alderson the generosity of spirit and empathy that his grandmother has for him. Empathy which his own parents would surely have had,
Yes.
would we just don't know to what he had deceived them about. I cannot say to the community here in this room or at large in this county that Mr. Alderson should have the ability to be reviewed and considered for release back into our community at any point despite his young age at this point in his life. The gravity of these offenses and the need to protect the public outweigh the potential that there could be that at some future point he should have presence among us.
No,
That is not to say that he may not have
he should not have presence among us. If you have to say it like that so dramatically, the answer is probably a no.
member of his family in the future. That is up to those folks. And that's mentioned in the defense memorandum regarding a hope that someday there might be a reconstruction of a relationship. That's all well and good. I would wish that for him.
Guys, just a heads up, we are coming up on the end of talking about Chandler Halverson. This has been going on for about 3 hours, but my God, I've got it in. You know, I think Vortex said it too. It's been pretty interesting. We still got a little bit left in the sentencing here. We're going to clean it up, but after this, I'm going to take a little break because we are doing a 12-hour stream, but you know what? I'm new to this, you know, I'm just a little baby. I'm going to take me a break for an hour. While I'm gone for an hour, I'm going to put on a JCS video. If you guys didn't know, like almost 2 years ago, JCS actually gave us permission to stream our videos on Twitch. So I feel pretty confident leaving that on while I'm gone. I'm going to go grab a little decaf coffee, eat some food. We're going to watch after this what pretending to be crazy looks like. How many mods do I have in the chat? I'm going to need at least 2 people to keep it together. We'll leave that on, but we'll finish this up first, just letting you guys know what's coming up next.
Because I don't like telling his grandmother that I'm not able to give her
We'll watch my select together after.
asking for her out of her love for her grandson. I cannot do that. I have to, for this sentence, ensure that the only time Mr. Alderson comes back into the community is to have the privilege of a burial that he denied his parents. And so on counts 1 and 5, per statute, I sentence him to life in prison and pursuant to section 973.4, sub 1G3, I find that he is not.
He just fucking that off. He just straight up was like, porn.
I hope that someday there might be a reconstruction of a relationship. That's all well and good. I would wish that for anyone, because I don't like telling his grandmother that I am not able to give her the relief that she's asking for here out of her love for her grandson.
No.
Cannot do that. I have to, for this sentence, ensure that the only time Mr. Alderson comes back into the community is to have the privilege of a burial that he denied his parents. And so on counts 1 and 5, per statute, I sentence him to life in prison pursuant to section 973.014, section
In the courtroom today, and we're here for it.
The only time that he thinks that Chandler Alderson should walk among society is when he's being buried. So I guess he wouldn't be walking, he would be carried out into society. That's it. It's a
It's a cold world out there, y'all. It's a cold world.
Superfluous to say the least, but at the same time, I absolutely acknowledge that we may be in a completely different position here.
Alright, I need one more mod, guys.
The acts of homicide have been stopped and took other steps to accept responsibility and sought forgiveness of everyone. Because what happens with a weapon in a moment of panic is different than what happened over those 48 to 72 hours. The events of which I don't wish to think of or consider once again, having listened to the evidence and observed the testimony and the physical evidence. So, to make this quite simple, I will impose maximum terms concurrent to each other and on each of the other counts of information of which the verdict convicted Mr. Alderson. I do believe that by imposing the maximum, I'm recognizing the severity of those individual acts. But there is a life sentence here, so making them consecutive does not undermine the gravity of that, given the maximum penalty involved. I determined, by my calculation, 253 days of credit.
Roxanne, you made my birthday fun as fuck. Thank you. Too. Thank you. Wait, we're just getting to the tail end of it. I want to see him walk off. Okay.
The judgment of conviction. Witness fee be payable. The supervision. Page 24 of the pre-sentence as to the evidence. So that point is moot. Nor Raymond, did I overlook anything in passing judgment?
No. Judgment, run away.
Or would I overlook anything other than addressing post-conviction? Mr. Alderson, you have the absolute right to seek an appeal. You have 20 days within which to start that process. That's through filing a notice of the
Of course he's going to try to file an appeal.
that you have on file. The notice that you understand and with a notice of that right and most importantly of that deadline, your signatures on that document. That will be placed within the file here. I thank everyone for being here today.
Thank you. He ready to get out of there, huh? Don't get up too fast, Chandler. We don't trust you. Dude, also, man, Chandler really ain't gonna have fun in prison. I don't think. Miz did not think this far. He truly did not. He's about to have the worst time of his life.
And a tragic update out of Escambia County, Florida tonight. The body of a private investigator missing for more than a month has been found.
Saying that body they found around noon today is believed to be that of Taylor Wright.
Deputies have charged Wright's friend, Ashley McArthur, with second-degree murder.
Your wife is she being arrested this evening in Georgia?
Ashley McArthur. She's accused of murdering Pensacola private investigator Taylor Wright.
Young woman, Taylor Wright. It was murdered. There's no question about that. She shot in the back of the head and in the hair.
Do you know where Taylor Wright is? Do you know Taylor Wright's dead? Did you kill Taylor Wright? And what else did she say about finding him?
She told me that no limit about that, that she's gone. There will be no physical evidence showing that Ashley
just called Naval Air Station.
Well, we'll thank you for that. That's a great town, a great place to raise your family. Like all cities, we do have murders, but anytime a murder comes up of this nature, certainly would draw attention. First name is Taylor, last name is Wright, W-R-I-T-H-T.
Taylor Wright was 33 years old when her body was found, more than a month after she had been first reported missing.
Taylor would have been, and she did it.
She was a former police officer from South Carolina turned private investigator. The mother of an 8-year-old son, Taylor moved to Pensacola after a contentious divorce and fell in love with a woman.
We met on an online dating app. We were in a relationship for a short period of time, but enough time to have sincere feelings and to say that I love this person, and she's told me she loved me back.
Cassandra Walker is a public school administrator who soon invited Taylor to move in.
She was kind. She was outgoing. She would give you a shirt off of her back. She was full of life. She was full of energy. She had all kinds of hope. Had great, big, giant ideas.
But there were issues in Taylor Wright's life. Her new girlfriend suspected she was using drugs and had caught Taylor cheating on her with another woman. And Taylor and her ex-husband, Jeff, were still fighting over their son and their money.
I just know that Taylor didn't feel like it was equal.
In violation of court orders, Taylor had withdrawn $100,000 from a joint account with her ex-husband and asked another of her new Florida friends, Ashley McCarthy, to help her hide the money by putting it in Ashley's bank account. But now the divorce judge had ordered Taylor to show up with the money or face jail.
So the night before, Taylor went missing. We went out to eat, and Taylor was just really stressed out. She was talking about how Ashley was holding on to this money, that Taylor needed to get it back, and she felt awkward. She felt like something was right.
The next day, Taylor and Ashley were set to go to a bank in Pensacola to pick up the money Ashley had deposited.
And we gave each other a hug and a kiss, and at that time I'm walking down my driveway, Ashley pulls up. I say, hey, Ash, and she's like, hey, Cassandra, and I said, you guys have a good day, and we got in my car, and I drove away. That was the last time I ever saw Taylor.
A few hours later, Ashley called Cassandra to say that instead of going to the bank, she and Taylor had driven out of town to go horseback riding on a farm in East Milton, owned by Ashley's family.
I was like, what are you guys supposed to do? She goes, yeah, Taylor's really stressed out with the divorce stuff, and she's just been really emotional today. These are the things that she's telling me. Tell her it's fine. We'll get through this.
Later that night, she got this text message from Taylor's phone.
Saying, I'm sorry, like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I started getting angry and upset because here we were in a relationship. I'm thinking Taylor's telling me she needs time to herself, and she's not including her partner. That hurt my feelings.
And as the days and nights went by, Cassandra Walker was worried something had happened, and then angry Taylor might have left her for someone else.
I sent her texts, I tried calling her, nothing. No responses.
But after more than a week, what had begun as a missing persons case for police soon took on an ominous cast.
Everyone is initially a suspect. This is certainly Taylor's ex-husband was certainly on everyone's radar, and Taylor's with him at the time.
Very early on, we treated it as if it were a homicide.
Being handled by two detectives, Chad Wilmer and Richard Gigliotti, who had just been promoted to detective.
The first thing we did in this case was contact Cassandra Walker.
They built a time they came to my house, and at one point, the Detective Gigliotti called up to my house. So I'm sitting on the front porch with Detective White bawling my eyes out because this is embarrassing. Why am I being looked at? And here I am in this room that they would use to interrogate people, and it's padded walls. It's a place you don't want to be.
she's in her inner circle. She's her girlfriend. So she needs to be pressured as well in the interview to gauge her reaction. See how honest she's being with us. Those questions do not react.
They asked me if I killed Taylor. And I watched it.
When Ashley McCarthy was brought into questioning as the last person known to have seen Taylor White alive, she said she doubted any harm would come to Taylor White, offering suggestions about her whereabouts.
She wanted to appear as though she was cooperative. Like she didn't want to deny anything that we asked. She wanted to seem cooperative.
Telling the detectives Taylor might just be off on a drug.
The only thing I worry about is with the drug situation. Like I put it, if I didn't know about the drug situation, I wouldn't worry about her. I would say, okay, something like Taylor. But then that lifestyle, I would prefer the people. Which is what I worry about with her.
We don't know if she ever had intentions of leaving. Maybe she wanted to have fun and then someone found her with a bag and a cat. And that's definitely we have to follow every single applicant as well as
Cassandra's understanding was that this money was in that same deposit box that Ashley Partners at Wells Fargo. So when Ashley was asked about the same deposit box at Wells Fargo, she said there was nothing.
Have you ever had a deposit box there?
There's no same deposit box and no account at Wells Fargo money. That didn't happen.
But text messages on Taylor's phone made it clear Taylor thought the money was at the Wells Fargo.
Talking about meeting in the WF, likely being Wells Fargo. Meeting to get the money. Clearly that was a problem. We spent time driving the route that Ashley McCarthy gave us. They took, looking for surveillance footage.
They found this surveillance tape at a gas station, nowhere near them, where Ashley says they stopped to buy Taylor a beer around 10 in the morning.
Have you ever seen bridges that come available?
And if I got that story, like, later at this time in the morning, she was like, oh, it's time to go cleaner. I'm like,
It's the perfect story.
Then, after talking to detectives, they headed out to the horse farm in East Milton.
we were just going out there, and she was just,
Ashley claims she then drove Taylor back from East Milton to Ashley's home, and then Taylor called an Uber and left.
She was fine. She just said that she was going to go have a beer, and she was going to get an Uber to take her to go have a beer.
What detectives would soon discover was another play from Ashley McCarthy that would not check out.
When we contacted Taylor's account had been used once.
Something was going on.
Now, more than a month since Taylor White went missing, Cassandra Waller was increasingly desperate to find out what happened to her, pleading for help on Facebook.
Nobody's reached back out to me. I still haven't heard from her. Nobody's heard from her. So I'm calling hospitals in Louisiana, in Mississippi, in Alabama.
Ashley McCarthy was busy calling the detectives who suggest where Taylor White might be hiding. Unaware that she had become the prime suspect.
She's definitely curious about what we're doing and where we're at. She's definitely fishing for information. But we didn't want to tip her off. So on a regular basis, she would call me. And I had to, of course, be friendly with her.
turning point of the case came from the records of cell phone towers, which keep track of which cell phones are nearby.
Your cell phone always communicate with the cell tower. And the cell phone companies knows on which tower to communicate.
And the data show that Ashley's timeline, her vehicle, did not check out.
And when we got that information, that's when we really found out that Ashley and Taylor went out to this East Milton farm, family farm that Ashley was sending them out to where they were supposed to ride on horses. We knew right away, very quickly.
The tower record instead showed her on that day about 30 miles away in the northwest part of the county.
What is she doing up there? Detective Allison. She had a great idea of, let's check the property appraiser's website. And we typed in Ashley's maiden name, which is Britt. And it popped up first property record search found 2201 Britt Road. And lo and behold, it was in the Suffolk Town Map information that we were receiving. He was right in the middle of all that. It was a good moment. We're okay, we're getting somewhere.
And at that point, were you pretty sure she was the one?
Oh, certainly. We had self-out online bank records, her depositing money. We have surveillance footage from banks showing her depositing Taylor Wright's checks that are signed Taylor Wright. It's not Taylor Wright's signatures. You're not her handwriting.
But the detectives had to keep a tight lid on their suspicions because Ashley's husband, Zach, was also close to people in law enforcement, a former county sheriff's deputy.
In fact, we didn't tell many people here what Ashley was the suspect in the case, because we didn't know what ties she had with people.
Now it was time to bring Ashley back in for what would be a showdown round of pressure.
We've turned up some things that we don't know what to think at this point.
We knew this was going to be our last limit because at that point, we knew all the three simultaneous search warrants were going on at her house, at the farm, and at her family business.
So before we ask any questions, we must understand our rights. We have right to remain silent. We need to take each of these lessons forward.
Detective Bigliotti played the role of the good cop, Will, the bad cop.
People with
starting with the cell tower.
Your ability to plot on the blue calls. When we started in the you went there, women, there was a discrepancy in the details. We really like to get there to make it. We didn't say but when you say you went better.
Next, Taylor writes checks.
You have a signature on those? We did maybe like a name on our checks.
And then finally, what happened at that farm on Brick Road?
She seemed to get really closed off, I would say. Kind of turned away.
She crosses her arms and legs down in her correctly. Actually reach over and try to break that fence down. So you can tell she was definitely uncomfortable with
You
testimonies have been non-edited.
She had two options: either tell us what took place out there, or ask to speak to an attorney and terminate the interview.
The detectives had no choice but to let Ashley McCarthy leave the police station. The search at the Brick Road farm had still not turned up anything.
And hours after she walked out of his apartment, I was on the phone with one of the supervisors out on the river property, and someone yelled in the back that they had a skull. I had no question, I think out of our minds that this was most certainly going to be Taylor Wright's man's.
And a tragic update out of Escambia County, Florida tonight. The body of a private investigator missing for more than a month has been found.
The body found in a shallow grave at the Brick Road family farm, covered with concrete and piles.
Zach, your wife is she's being arrested this evening and charged with murder.
But Ashley McCarthy had not broken under the question, had not confessed to anything. Would there be enough evidence for a jury to convict?
For the record, we're here in the state of Florida versus Ashley McCarthy. Defendant is present. Counsel, Assistant State Attorney is present.
And once again, the World Crime Network has picked a phenomenal trial. Florida versus Ashley McCarthy.
There's cameras here, there's camera there, there's microphone. This has nothing to do with you. If anyone has to sit up straight, it's me. If anyone has to put on lipstick, it's me. This is a criminal case. The defendant is charged with first-degree premeditated murder. I think I've covered everything. I think of Ms. Jensen. I'm going to turn it over to you.
What you will see at the end.
Richard Jensen is the chief of the homicide unit in the Escambia County District Attorney's Office.
I think one of the most things to overcome was Ashley herself. She was this very small, very pretty, kind of meek, quiet-spoken female who'd never been in trouble. So from the outside looking in, no one would think that she would do something like this. And really what you'll see in the end is that Ashley McCarthy had the motive to kill Taylor Wright. Money. She had the opportunity to kill Taylor Wright. She did in fact kill Taylor Wright. And then she tried to cover it up. But to get to that end, we have to start at the beginning. Taylor Wright withdrew $100,000 from the bank when she wasn't supposed to. And then she was trying to hide that money from her ex-husband. And she also asked her friend, this defendant, Ashley McCarthy, to help hide the money. You will see the pressure that Taylor Wright was putting on Ashley McCarthy to get this money. And the reason that matters is because the money was gone. Ashley McCarthy had spent it. Friday, September 8th, 2017 is the last day that Taylor Wright is known to be alive. She was with this defendant, Ashley McCarthy, and they were supposed to be going to the bank. Taylor Wright was never seen alive again.
Was represented by a father and son team with Barry and John Velasquez.
Ladies and gentlemen, jury, as you sit through this case, you will see the evidence is there. There's a reasonable doubt in this case, and that's what I'm trying to put the make on the opening statement. There will be no physical evidence introduced in this trial showing that Ashley McCarthy had anything to do with the death
considered a possible suspect.
Were you and Taylor legally divorced?
Yes.
Essentially had to clear him. And I think if the jury didn't hear from him, it would be probably a weakness for his case. Ms. Wright, did you reach out to Ashley MacArthur on Facebook?
I did.
And did you ask her if she maybe knew where Taylor was?
Yeah.
And what responses did she give you?
She said that she had last seen Taylor with two backpacks, a significant amount of money that Taylor was nervous about the upcoming trial.
The defense used White's testimony as an opportunity to raise a question of whether he had a role to harm Taylor.
She had antagonized a lot of people, and especially over the divorce and murder issues with her husband. And say that Taylor Wright is making it very, very difficult for him to get his money back.
That is correct.
But the Carter's lawyers knew that police had established Jeff White's whereabouts hundreds of miles away in North Carolina. They knew better than to outright accuse Jeff White of the murder.
Yeah, we can't lose credibility as a jury. We can't make a certain credibility. They don't believe us.
On the second day of the trial, the prosecution called Taylor Wright's girlfriend, Cassandra Wall. She was nervous about making eye contact with Ashley.
Now, do you see Ashley MacArthur in the courtroom today? I do. Can you please tell me and identify what she's wearing? She's right here. She's wearing a black outfit.
I don't look at Ashley. Ashley never looked at me. Ashley was always looking down at her screen.
The record reflects this witness has identified the defendant. During the course of your relationship with Taylor Wright, did you ever have an opportunity to see her handwriting?
Yes.
Did she write you letters?
Yes.
Did she give you cards?
Yes.
Were you familiar with her handwriting and her signature?
Yes.
Yeah, showing me State's Exhibit number 26. That looked like Taylor Wright's handwriting.
That is not Taylor's handwriting.
Or her signature?
Or her signature.
But on cross-examination, Cassandra Wall testified she never saw any evidence of threats by Ashley MacArthur against Taylor.
In all the times that you saw Ashley MacArthur and Taylor Wright together, you never heard, saw anything to indicate to you that Ashley MacArthur was threatening to harm Taylor Wright, causing her, gonna cause her any physical harm, anything like that. No indication that Taylor Wright was scared of her or anything like that.
The defense then raised questions about Cassandra's own, at times, challenged relationship with Taylor Wright, citing the text she had sent to Taylor the first day she was missing.
That's his text message to show. Call her a liar. Call her a drug user. What I was trying to point out is that Taylor had somewhat volatile life. Going back to late July 2017, you indicated to us that you received information that Taylor was having some sort of relationship with another woman over in Mississippi, correct?
Yes.
She had the secret girlfriend in Mississippi. She was known to use drugs. Just because you don't hear from her on September 8th or 9th doesn't mean she was murdered at that point. That was the point I was trying to make with Cassandra.
It's valid to clear as day that I have nothing to do with this. And the fact that they still claim that I could have possibly been somebody for the jury, that could have ruined my reputation, my professional career. They'll throw anything and everything out there. That's not okay.
Testimony will show that Ashley came from a solid middle-class family and often be found in strip clubs and sketchy bars where her girlfriends and a bartender testified she talked the night before Taylor disappeared about killing her with an overdose of cocaine she had just purchased.
Did Ashley tell you, either before, during, or after you went to Vegas, what she was going to do with the cocaine?
She said that she was going to put it in Taylor's beer.
What did you hear Ashley say?
That this girl would be better if Taylor wasn't here and that she wasn't a good person. Because one time she said that she's too small to hurt anybody, she just shoot.
And then this led Taylor went missing.
Did you ask Ashley what she did with the cocaine?
Then she put it in her beer and Taylor spit it out because she said it tasted sour.
The prosecutor she had already spent it on a man with whom she was having an extramarital affair, a bar owner named Brandon Bean.
At some point, did you and Miss MacArthur start a sexual relationship? So I was able to trace $30,000 in cash that Ashley had used to buy her boyfriend a boat. Was she paying the gold power bill at Sticks?
She did a couple times.
Was she buying supplies at Sam's Club for your business?
Yes, she did.
And approximately August of 2017, did she buy your motorcycle?
I'm not sure that yes, she did purchase a motorcycle.
A purchase made a few weeks before Taylor White went missing.
How much and how often was Ashley MacArthur spending on you? I'm sorry.
Actually, to be honest with you,
Okay.
pretty regular.
And what did she say about her friend being missing?
The police had took her phone. She told me that her girlfriend or husband called me or something. And just like this, no.
What else did she say about finding her?
That she told me they'll never find her, but she's coming.
But the defense would have its own cards to play, including a video of Ashley MacArthur that would give her lawyers a supply opening to undercut the prosecution case.
Hurricane Dorian, now a Category 2 storm, strengthening this morning, threatening to hit Florida as a major Category 4 hurricane.
In the middle of the Ashley MacArthur murder, Pensacola came under a hurricane. And in the courthouse, Judge Jan Southford urged the lawyers to speed things up.
So what I read in the most recent update was alarming.
Storm Dorian on the move, you see it right there, making its way through the Atlantic. As you can see, this storm is just getting bigger and bigger.
But prosecutor Richard Jensen was intent on playing the full 6 hours of the 2 police interrogations of Ashley MacArthur.
I think that's important because the jury gets to see Ashley MacArthur. If you looked at the first interview, Ashley was almost kind of flirty, maybe a little playful with law enforcement. And this interview, her demeanor was so different. I think she knew at that point the issues probably happened. So it was good, I think, for the jury to see that she lied and she got caught up in lies and couldn't come up with excuses fast enough.
This is a perfect example when you talk about it too much. When you're guilty of anything, it's going to come back and hurt you.
And the father and son team of defense lawyers could do little to challenge much of the other prosecution's evidence too. The gruesome photo of Taylor White's body, wrapped in a hammock in a shallow grave, a bullet hole in the back of the head, the testimony about the cell phone that put Ashley MacArthur at the crime scene.
Now, the cell phone records, the amount of documented evidence, somehow there's a river farm at 12 p.m.
The 4 signature on Taylor's cashier's check deposited in Ashley MacArthur's bank.
Taylor is missing, and she is still depositing Taylor's money.
And the suspicious text messages from Taylor's phone after she was likely dead. But then a video that the prosecution hoped would help clinch the case gave the defense a surprise opening. Surveillance video from a home video of Ashley MacArthur buying concrete and potting soil the day after Taylor went missing. A star clerk, Devontae Sims, helped her make the
I was wondering who was for an answer to she
What was she looking for?
Type of concrete.
What type of concrete?
She just said she was concerned about the fascinating concrete. Like a fascinating concrete.
But then, looking at the crimes in the building, Sims testified the textured, rocky concrete on Taylor Wright's body appeared to be different than what Ashley McCarthy brought.
Is concrete at this stage not just physical texture?
Probably not. It's fine dust.
The defense was Julie.
I went back and made a comment to my dad. He thought it was boom, like I was happy. You know, and I'm sure you can get the photographs. He said concrete in this MacArthur ball was very fine like dust. The concrete on top of Taylor Wright's body was very heavy, like you could see rocks in it. It was not fine like dust.
And then, the defense set out to prove in this case that Ashley McCarthy would not have been able to lift a 50-pound bag of concrete or even Taylor Wright's body because of a back injury she suffered 8 years earlier. Her mother, Rhonda Britt.
Did you see her ever lift any heavy objects?
No, she tried not to because it didn't hurt back.
Have you ever seen her lift anything like a 50-pound concrete bag or anything that heavy?
No.
And is that to this day?
Yes. I think it definitely was hard to picture how this little girl could move a dead body. But at the same time, Taylor was not a big girl either. I think where there's a will, there's a way.
In the end, the defense case rested mostly on the fact there was only circumstantial evidence, no fingerprints, no DNA tying Ashley McCarthy to the crime scene.
When you were here, you were the lead investigator for the Stanley County Sheriff's Department on this investigation, is that correct?
Yes.
As far as physical evidence, or forensic evidence, you never found any physical or forensic or trace evidence that linked Ashley McCarthy to the homicide.
I did not know, sir.
It is the state's job to give you everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. And you heard some very unflattering information about Taylor. And you may not like some of what you heard about Taylor Wright. But in this trial, she is the victim. So let's not forget that she was a 33-year-old mother of a child. And she was a human being. And our laws in the great state of Florida do not classify human beings. So her life means no less than anyone else's. And this woman sat there hour after hour in those interviews you saw her, calm, cool, collected. Not one ounce of sadness or concern or worry for her friend that was missing. She was so forthcoming about all the bad things that Taylor did. But you know what she wasn't forthcoming about? Those deposits of Taylor's money that she made and that property on Britt Road. And why? Because as she sat there giggling and laughing and joking with law enforcement on September 18th, she knew that Taylor was out there on Britt Road. Because that's where she murdered her, and that's where she tried to cover up her crime. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley McCarthy had the motive. Ashley McCarthy had the opportunity. Ashley McCarthy murdered Taylor Wright. And then she tried to cover it up with lies, concrete, and fires.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Barry Gross.
We're here about a murder case, the most serious crime of each other. She is not charged with stealing any money. She's not charged with lying. She's not charged with being unfaithful. She's not on trial for anything other than first-degree murder. They've got to prove that the crime occurred. They don't have any physical evidence. They have none. No DNA linking Miss McCarthy to Taylor Wright's death. There's no trace of scientific evidence linking her. You see enough on television. You see what happens when somebody's traumatized. If they've done something, if they've killed somebody, or if they've seen somebody kill somebody, you just don't turn that on and off. There's nothing to indicate anything in her demeanor
through these videos that they got that they put in of her clothing or her disheveling that indicates that she was killing somebody, dragging somebody's body around. There's nothing there. And that's strong evidence, physical evidence that you can see, not something that state suggests. Here's the kicker. Look at concrete. You have photographs. She put one of them up on the screen of people, and you saw the concrete. That concrete was what concrete? It is not the concrete that she purchased. When you consider the evidence of the burden the state has, I ask you to do your duty in this case, because there is a reason. I'm going to ask you to return a verdict of not guilty of Ms. McCarthy.
Back on the record, state of Florida versus Ashley McCarthy. My understanding is we have a verdict.
Been out, I think, 4 hours. Never enough. Do everything.
That sounds like an eternity while you're waiting. It's 12 people. It only takes one person to find a hole that, that they don't believe she's guilty.
Let me talk to everybody in the audience. Somebody out there is going to be unhappy. I know there are some family members and friends for Ms. McGarver, and I presume that there are family members and friends for Ted White.
I was in the, I am like 2 pews right behind Ashley. So the jury came in and there was a lot of unknown what's going to happen, what's going to be said. And this judge, she talked about making sure that everybody was going to control their emotions when the verdict was read. And I was afraid. I had no clue what was going to happen.
Mr. Fauser, we are able to reach a verdict. Okay, all I want you to do is to hand it for security, okay? I'm going to hand it to the clerk to publish.
In the Circuit Court in Escambia County, Florida, State of Florida versus Ashley Brett McArthur, case number 1717CF005844A. Verdict as to the charge in count 1, we the jury find the defendant, Ashley McArthur, guilty of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm thus charged in the indictment. Ceci Leal, dated a Battles 4 person, dated August 30th, 2019.
So I was trying to fight back all the tears and all the emotions and everything that I've been through.
So we knew that if she's convicted, the judge will sentence her outrageous. Judge did.
I need all of you to stand, and Ms. McArthur, I'm going to ask you one question. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth? If so, say I do. Okay. Ms. McArthur, I want to make sure that I ask you personally, do you want to say anything to the court? Okay. All right. Then, Ashley McArthur, having been found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by a jury of your peers of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm, I am going to adjudicate you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to life